Indeed, when the credit card do indeed go burr. Indeed. I look forward to credit card debt going burr when I'm on. Because holy shit, I can't believe that download took so fucking long. Yeah, I put on some music because I thought I was gonna have to text you for a little while, but no, it turns out that my Stream Deck decided to not want to work. There you go. It's like for some reason it's decided that none of my buttons want to work, so this might get a bit clunky. 60 for a single character, Jesus. You know, this Genshin is quickly going to turn into how far can I get in Genshin without spending any money. Oh, Lord. Like, I can't put any of those on fucking Thule. Always a piss out of me. Oh, yeah, what's up? Right. I'm just checking through a couple of things. Right, so the way it's gone at the minute, as for this armor, the final one I want on the False Commander is this. And then the armor on him right now is going to go to Abatus. As for the rest of it, these are kind of being saved for Thaddeus should he ever get up that high. But I've got the level 20 armor for Cyrus, I've got the level 20 armor for Thule. Doing fine just there. And now we've got 2 days to kill before the fleet turns up. No, we're making that up to Angel by the time we get that far. I mean, look at that, with like 40,000 points behind. Email? Yeah. That's bad and you should feel bad. I'm just going to quickly tab over to something. Yeah, that's fine, cool. Fine. It. Yeah. There we are. I can't feel bad. I have chilled dairy. That's fair. Yeah, this campaign score is rather shit because I've done terribly. But, you know, as you can see, I'm far more aggressive than I am defensive. But the key is I'm just terrible at the early game. I'm sure if I played this on easy, I could get Angel of Death, no problem. But, oh well. So we've only got one target, which is the Carnifex, which is where this is going to get difficult. Don't really have an answer to him. I mean, Thule's got the gun, which isn't useful. I might swap him out for Abatus. Although, but only Cyrus is only Cyrus. So what I'll do, I'll swap that out for that. Drop the rights because we're not going to use them. Which we'll take them with both. Because I don't think you're just fooling my box. Shut up. How much sass have you built up over the last week that you've just been waiting to vent? Holy shit. It's good to be back. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to drop Thule, bring Abatus because he's got the Rosarius. Not much else I can do. I'm going to keep that in the event I get the 3rd Terminator armor. And that's only Force Commander, which is only for Terminator, which he's not getting, so that can actually go bye-bye. As I've already decided, if Tarka's going to get this one, and then if I get a second one, it's going to go to Abatus, and if I get a third one, it's going to go to Thaddeus. Other than that, we're just going to run this guy over. Venting all the pressure from home office work all week except Tuesday. Oh, yeah, and so I like how you started out like, oh, POG, home office, this is going to be great, and then you get to home office and it's not POG. Home office is verifiably un-POG. Close my door real quick. Is there anything in the way? Oh, actually, I got to take care of a couple of things whilst I start this up. It's actually really POG in my line of work. Oh, yes. Let's just call it a scary fix. Very quickly, I'm going to hit that shit. Yeah, I just got to lock my door real fast. Hey, apologies. So what the hell? And think OBS is being silly again. Oh no, it's all fine. Good. I was just worried there for a second that my filters had disappeared. Because I'm doing the exact same work as sort of mailing lists mostly, because all my coworkers somehow don't get how to. Well, to be fair, that's kind of a good place to be in. Like, you just know how to do basic shit that the rest of your coworkers are too lazy to learn. So you're banking on their laziness not to bother to learn, which is always a good thing to bank on, because office workers are traditionally lazy as hell. I say traditionally. And generally, like, the people who hold like management positions tend to be the only ones who are competent. But that's why if you keep doing your job, you're brilliant. So you'll get promoted up to a working from home management position, which is basically the same, but you get paid twice as much. But at home, I can just listen to music, watch some YouTube in between. Fucking joke. If I really want to do, it's fantastic. Well, that's the beauty of working from home, isn't it? Like, you just do some basic admin shit, and you get to do whatever the fuck in the meantime. It's just way more relaxed. Honestly, like, COVID has been brilliant for revolutionizing the idea of working from home. Honestly, you're going to see it's a fantastic answer to the whole mental health crisis, because you're taking a lot of weight off of some people at work. So I think offices that embrace it are going to do really well.
The beast is marked on your map display.
I didn't change out what units I was taking because I'm what they call a fucking idiot.
Always, Martellus.
Always. I guess we're running Thule then. It's fine, all the important shit is on Cyrus. I just can't repair Thule now, so I guess I'll just have to hold him at the back. Right, we're going straight out the middle. Thule. I was like, oh, I guess we're taking Thule then. It's not exactly a bad thing. I'm just going to have to remember to use Thule conservatively then. I'm just going to pepper this. Team is loud. I'm just going to drop the master just a touch. There we go. Let me just push up. Easy. Oop, there's some shit. Get the shit. Get the thing. There we go. Good thing too, because Ghoul is already vulnerable. Boy can heal himself. Yes, you are right. I forget he can do that. Also, additionally, I kept the I've got the Thunder Hammer on the leader, which means he can on the Force Commander, which means he can just honestly beat the shit out of anything that's a unique model or a single model, should I say? And I kept the the flamethrower. So this is Pog City population my ass. Oh dear. Oh no, a Ravener got behind us. Whatever will I do? Thul's getting a bit hammered because I forget the Zoanthrope technically counts as a anti-armor weapon. Gonna pop that. There we go. Honestly, this is a little silly, I'm going to be honest. This is somewhat hilariously easy. Oh shit, well let's see if we can't get through this quickly then and get them speed points. Yeah, cover is just a suggestion. Walls are for bitches. There we go. Right, now we got to kill this, so let's get Cyrus out. Give him a heal. I mean, if he's just going to stand there and take the debt charge, bop. Come on, and keep hitting him. What is he doing? I mean, if he's going to do that, I'm just going to send the Terminators over to melee and take care of that problem right fast. That's very time really anti-armor. In game, they fall into the same category as Storm Boys, aka absolutely absolutely motherfucking everything and fuck your feelings. Oh, I see. It's just a big punch in the face. Oh yeah, he's got the assault cannon barrage. Huh? Something's supposed to happen there. Is he? So yeah, just keep an eye on the Zoanthropes. I mean, they're complete glass cannons anyway, so. Give me Cyrus. Give me Cyrus. There it is. Mind it died before it got the chance. Okay. Hormagaunts are going to jump down. Didn't take a genius to work that one out. Jesus, Thule. It was a Termagant. No, Hormagaunt. Hormagaunt's the close range was. Can you snipe him from here? Snipe. There we go. I forget what that effect is, where he gets into close combat and he gets that red ring. Get a chance to have power melee like Storm Boys. So if you tell them to punch instead of shoot, they'll actually kill Marines even faster. Oh, they have powered weapons. That's pretty hilarious. I miss powered bayonets in the rules. Power bayonets were actually stupid. Oh yay, sweet. I need a new one of those. Let's walk the Terminators around the corner. Oh no, Cyrus has lost his boys. Let's call in some new ones. And just tell Cyrus to go straight for the end. No, you misunderstand. Their fists count as... Oh, that's hilarious. So the Catachans just... the Catachans just punch things with enough just sheer cool factor that that counts as a powered weapon. That's hilarious. There we go, and the zone throw. Yep, that lasted about 30 seconds. Easy. Now we push up to the next one. I think we're already a little bit slow, but hopefully we shouldn't be too far behind. We do have Signum, okay. And move everyone up and move the Force Commander back. So that all the Nids can get a face full of way too much ranged fire. Come on, kill the Twin Trick already, Jesus. There we go. Just imagining some Schwarzenegger looking guy sending fucking Marner's Calgoth, flying nothing but a slap. Oh, it does certainly explain Iron Hand Strachan, doesn't it? Cyrus is getting a little low, let's call in some more boys. So that he lives a little longer. Oh, Pog, Carnifex that I didn't spot. Right, now we toss a det pack there. He didn't seem to give too much of a shit, so we'll pull him away. Tell the Terminators to start punching. Can I just state, it's a little silly that the Terminators count as vehicle disabling against a fucking Carnifex. It's a touch silly, I will be honest. So, quickly shut Thule down for healing, so let's just shoot him. Get that dealt with. There we are. Easy. Now we just roll on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Easy. All the heavy units keep moving up. Oh, that's my favourite animation. Slamming the Thunder Hammer down on the ribcage. In my head I hear an audible crunch as the fucking Force Commander just live spatchcocks a motherfucker. Righty. Okay, what are we dealing with then? I think we're basically full on everything useful. So we'll stand Thule there, we'll stand the Marines there. Let's quickly get a det charge down. And now run him away. Pull the Force Commander off, and he goes. Oh, okay. Hog. Hopefully we still get the disable on this. No, pull away, pull away.
Still engaged. Enemy has us in close combat.
So I forgot how fucking huge that blast radius is. Right, very well. We'll wait till his next ram and then we'll heal Thule. So pull him off. Just quickly get the high-powered shot off because it still works. That's off. Thank God for the Iron Halo. Holy shit! Oh, it has a support Carnifex. So Daddy Carnifex has emotional support Carnifexes. Awesome.
This way, brothers. In melee.
I knew it was going to hit Thule, that's fine. Fuck it, we're heading back. We're just going to snipe this guy from afar. Our Carnifexes have the same pathing issues as a 60-year-old in the toy store. It's a wall problem in general, sure, but they specifically embody it. They do. And I think that is primarily because Carnifexes in the game's engine exist in this weird limbo state between infantry and vehicle. Because the game wants to count them as both, which doesn't make any amount of fucking sense, but you know.
Say it now before the cleansing begins.
He's just going to ram himself into a wall, that's just fine.
Tactical Marines. Tactical
Again,
squad
charging us
repositioning.
our vehicles according to the game's engine. That's what I mean, it's just... But they don't take the damages of one. And, of course, the game's engine definitely regards them as vehicles, I will say.
Brothers.
Yeah, it's dead. Let's kill the other ones.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Shut him down. Do I have to... I have to kill these two as well, don't I?
Tactical Marines ready.
Well, let's run them in.
Destroy them.
Hopefully we get the disables against it. Yeah, might as well run Thule in as well. Fuck it. Oh no, he's eating it. I'm surprised he can do that.
Vigilant.
As soon as he gets out of his animation, he's just absolutely being curb stomped. I didn't realise I've never actually done that. I've never killed the main Carnifex before the emotional support Carnifexes, so I'm not used to I'm not used to that being the case. You have to kill the ads too.
You fought the Necrons on Cronus, did you not?
And now for something completely unrelated.
And I both did.
How do they compare to the Tyranids?
Necrons are far deadlier
Oh.
opponents on the battlefield. Their weaponry is like nothing I have ever seen. But I think that Tyranids pose a much greater threat to the
Forgot about that.
Imperium. Necrons have been known to wipe out individual systems,
Give me that.
but I have never seen them wipe out
we'll
multiple
keep it in case we get
sectors
another
like
one.
the Hive fleet we are facing.
It is worse than that, Tarkus.
Well, Battlecry's
Tyranids come
alive.
from beyond the galaxy's
Killing most
edge.
yeah,
We have no
That's whatever.
way of knowing how many more hive fleets may be on their way.
yeah, okay. Give Cyrus his final upgrade. I mean, more energy's okay. Strength doesn't really get as much, so yeah, sure. What else we got? Thaddeus is still at one level. Thule is still a little bit behind. And what we got? That's better on his next level, but the extra accuracy and health is actually better than that, so yeah, we'll scrap that. Everything else, cool. Oh, of course, yeah, that's right. This happens, where it's just suddenly everything's on fire. So we've got 1, 2, 3 defenses. Warboss has got the other Terminator armor, though. Got 1 deployment remaining. I'd have to do one of these pretty good. Sorry, pretty well. Which of these has the most foundries? Got 3 there. Only 1 there. Oh, it doesn't take time to travel, so... Yeah, so we'll do the ones on Calderis first, because... And here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the foundry defense, because it gives... And we're going to do it on the planet with the 3 foundries, because it gives us the most chance for additional deployments. If we get the additional deployments, we'll quickly whack out the War Boss mission to get the extra Terminator armor, and then that'll make everything else a billion times easier. Right, so let's change our deployment then. Do we want Thule? Depends. Avitus is a bit bitching at the minute. He has got a heavy bolt of suppression. I think actually the play is to take Avitus right now, rather than Thule. And then we get the Terminator armor and give it to Avitus anyway. Yeah, Avitus would definitely be better on a defensive. Then we get the Pistol of Terror, which is good for Thaddeus because the Force Commander doesn't use it anymore. Yeah, that's fine. If we get the additional deployments, we can quickly knock out the War Boss. get the additional armor, quickly whack out all the defense missions.
The generators powering it are much more fragile. If the swarm
There we go,
destroys
take,
those,
as they
we
resupply
will no
ourselves.
longer have access to the foundry,
Wait to
regardless of
see
the
which
state.
way we're defending from
Then they
first.
will not fall.
Okay, we're defending from the south first, so we already destroyed our cover because Terminators.
Be vigilant before the cleansing begins.
I don't know why they why they reverse their formation like that. I mean, it's more aggressive, so I approve, but still. We just stay like this, and we basically can't be stopped. I'm going to move Abatis up just a touch. I said move Abatis up, for fuck's sake. As a key point, we're going for no downs on this one. There we go, we might actually have this. That's the Barb Strangler gone. There we go, easy. So we can get this Terminator armor, life gets a lot easier very quickly. I'm going this way. Let's try not to destroy the cover, that would be quite useful. There we go, took care of it for. I'm actually going to toss a deck charge there, for the purposes of clearing out cover. Holy shit, game got loud again. Yeah. And then, pop, now we have a full firing arc. Where's Tarkus? We're going to clear out that heavy cover. There we go. God, I love Terminator. Abatis. Thank you. Supposed to be keeping the Force Commander close for this, so yeah. There we go. Get back into formation very quickly. There we go, oh god, get Cyrus back. There we go. There we go, now we're starting to clear it out. Easy. Just advance a bit just to clear out the remaining Raveners, who for some reason are the longest range unit in their army. Christ. Easy. Now, Sod's Law states are going to be coming from this way. Yeah, and I was right. So instead of going all the way up, counter plan, we are going to stay down here and wait for them to come down the steps. There we go. Stand the Force Commander toward the front, and we're basically done. Okay, get a little bit more forward, guys. You are the armored front line, for God's sake. Up. I guess we didn't like cover. I accidentally backed the entire team, which is fine. I'm going to have to lay down some artillery for cover. Oh, for God's sake, Abatis. Oh, there goes that plan. Hopefully, if we can still finish this quickly, we might still have it. There's the Carnifex, so let's start laying some mines in its way. Back Cyrus before he gets killed. Quickly flip them to melee. Oh, and Tarkus went down. Oh god. I fucking hate Carnifexes because they do silly amounts of damage. I could really do with a high-level rocket launcher, to be fair. That's really why I'm really going wrong. Because Abatis with no like single target is a bit shit. There we go. I mean, we're at least progressing quickly, but we've already lost like 3 resilience medals, so this is already not looking good. But you know, more Terminator armor will definitely fix the problem. I'm waiting for the. I'm actually gonna infill the scouts and put a remote deck charge quite far away. The infill is not working. Bop, run. Preferably before the flamethrower goes off. And bop! There it goes. If you time it right, you can kill Carnifexes instantly with that. Easy. That did not go to plan, but we still did it fairly quickly. Right, how do we do? Alright, we got the 100% of the medals, so that's going to be 2, that's going to be 5. I did this on Caldera specifically because I had the 3 foundries. Worked anyway. Oh yeah, strategic genius. Planning in my own incompetence, just in case. I did it specifically on Caldera, so I had the 3 foundries.
Well done, Commander.
I know, I'm brilliant.
Would have been a devastating blow to our supply lines.
Now we get the strength. And yeah, that can stay. Pistol of Terror is more for Thaddeus than it is anyone else now because Force Commander can't use it. I mean, I will admit that was entirely by the seat of my pants, so 5 mana skill, this is better. So this can go, this can go. We're keep both in case we get some more Terminator armor. More energy for Avatars because you shouldn't be in close range anyway. Welcome to Dawn of War, the game where you're actually happy you can get to work overtime. 40k is really a dystopia. Oh, you is not wrong, bro. You is not wrong. So we're up against the... Okay, so we got the extra deployment, which is really what we were looking for because that means, yep, they've still got 3 days, so we can in fact defend everything. I'm brilliant. Hypothetical quandary. If we assume Homo sapiens Insertus are anime catgirls and the orcs get their hands on them, would they unleash the Konnichiwa against the galaxy? Oh. Konnichiwa. Now I have samurai orcs in mind, and why has nobody done this yet? Dude, weeaboo orcs, this is an untapped market.
Commander, the time has finally come to end the orc threat with one crushing blow.
Bet. I mean, I don't... Oh yeah, that's right, if you have the co-op, the other... Because your marines always appear in correct colours, but the other guy's marines are always black with red, so you don't get confused. Why is that so bad but so good? Because you hate yourself for laughing, and that's why it's funny. I love how we saw this cutscene earlier in the game anyway. I take pride in making people groan audibly. Dude, you should... Dude, have you heard of this platform called Mixer?
So long as this war boss lives, no
Right.
human in the sector is safe.
Nope, well, not. Don't worry, no, there isn't anyone else.
Tacticals target that building.
Right, we have a flamethrower on Tarkus, so we'll just send Tarkus to deal with this. Right, everyone else is going to have to deal with what just came over the hill. Right. We play to our strengths, and we're already up. The orcs are already struggling, because I think, to be fair, of all the enemies in Dawn of War 2, I think the orcs are honestly easiest. Or at least I find them easiest. Even though they're still not to be fucked around with, but yeah. That's probably the worst 40k pun / portmanteau I could come up with. Well, you did well there. I mean, to be fair, if you want it to be... Because the whole Catgirl myth thing is a bit obscure, even by 40k standards, oh dear. You really, really want to work it in there. You need to work the Tau in there somehow, because more people know them. Well, we still got the heavy bolters on that, so that should be fine. I'm not a fan of how he's targeting Cyrus, so we'll just kind of deal with that. We are kind of fighting on 2 fronts right now, but we're also winning, so... Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, we're not worried about medals on this one. Right, how about... Actually, better plan. You continue dealing with that, and we'll charge in there. There we go, nice and dealt with. We didn't bring... What?
Target destroyed.
Why the fuck did that not... I'm mad, that didn't go off. Sub successfully got outbeast by the game. Did it actually go off? I just didn't hear it. Hey, what's up, Ralph? Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you earlier in the month, but happy birthday, Ralph, Rob. But sorry, I forgot to tell you earlier in the month, but happy birthday, belatedly. That went off, but it was drowned out. Oh yeah, because this game is just bassy as hell. Because I was already looking at it again, because I've already dropped the whole fucking slider on this, but the game gets so violent you can barely fucking hear it. Oh lord. 13 months now? Fuck me. It's a burns, old chrome, centra facetated, see my vest, a real heretic. That's pretty good, actually. Anyway, if you devote some time to that, you could probably come up with a whole abridged version of See My Vest in 40k terms, because it wouldn't be too hard. But the main issue being that See My Vest was already a parody of Be Our Guest. So we're hitting like double digits irony at this point. Might advance just a little bit more. There you go. See, cover is not but a suggestion to the Terminator. Thanks, Will. I've now joined the realm of adultism. Yeah. Have fun with that. You know, so the map takes the exact same format in that there's always God, he's moving. No, oh fuck. He moved out the way, I'm mad. Shit. We turn him over to melee. There we go, because now we can get the disabled. What also means you don't need Daddy's credit card for 40k figure, just several lines of credit and perhaps a couple organ sales. Oh yeah, speaking of credit card debt, oh yeah, just, you know. I went into Games Workshop today, somehow got out without buying anything, without buying any miniatures, should I say. And, you know, I bought a paint pad and a small pot of paint and it still cost me 10 quid. But yeah, welcome to the realm of the adult. It won't make any sense for at least the next 5 years, I'm sorry to tell you. You don't really start working shit out and start being competent at shit until you're about 23. Sucks, I know, but, you know, is what it is. Okay, so the format of this map states that there's going to be a commando there. Yep, there it is. Doesn't make much sense at 30 either, mate. Fair. Just kill that. Come on, try again. There we go. So there's going to be another storm boy there. There we go. I've just got a bit low there. What? I love how violent that is. It's like unnecessarily so. Only Uber Eats is now available here, and Uber Eats really wants to let me know. Like, fuck off, I already spent so much money on gacha food delivery this week, piss off. Ah, yes. The real price of working from home. The constant food deliveries, because you're always at home. And for some reason that means you can't be fucked to cook. Splat. Sorry, I love that animation. I think he's already... Yeah, he's already dead. He's just not realised it. There he goes. Alien beings! There we go, we just eviscerate all of that. And whilst we have the Terminators and the Force Command to deal with it, the constant screams of greenskins. We'll just have Cyrus capture this point. There we go.
Secured. We shall not
But
take it.
it gets worse. We have pizza delivery right across from our office. Even when I'm constantly there, I constantly have pizza. Oh, you got it bad. That's the other issue. If you work in the center of town, all the food places are like within. You say, oh, I'm gonna go out for lunch, and then that fucking day, when you realise, wait, I'm in the middle of town and I get a half hour to go out for lunch, so I'm just gonna go across the street and like get some KFC. Then you're truly fucked. Like, you just turned work into an infinite calorie game. Another tank it is. Well, I'm just gonna move away before it decides to chase me. There we go. Well, the knob is taking a realistic amount of punishment, at least, so... Right, push him up. Right, so we just need to get the disables in. There we go. Okay, now he's fucked. The correct answer to dealing with... the real answer to anti-tank weaponry is melee. No joking, the older I get, the more I want myself to be forcibly committed to an institution and say fuck it. And the rest of my life sedated to high heavens and finger painting on someone. Oh yeah, big time. I mean, it's a common joke in America where, unfortunately, to be fair, if only it were a joke, that people will intentionally get themselves like sent to prison or like committed, simply so they can go get free healthcare. It's fucked up, but it unfortunately makes sense. Become a professional artist and just take heroin all week and just become a creative. Oh yeah, big time. It's a one business where taking heroin actually makes you better at your job. Except for the fact that I have the artistic talent of an arthritic quadruple amputee suffering from aphantasia. Not when you're on heroin, my man. Just take heroin and E at the same time, and it's like a transplant for imagination. Honestly, your ass will see straight into the warp then. And run. That's gonna catch the force commander. Never mind, it was a piddly grenade anyway. Your bombs need more boom, mate. Alright, so we're up against a war boss who I believe in the game's eyes is classified as heavy infantry, which means we're going to eviscerate him. I mean, to be fair, I could have done with more plasma, to be fair, but oh well. Right, so I've got some boys. Let's just go ahead and deal with that. There we go. Shooter boys. Odd symbol for it. Right, let's set guys up. So they're all in position, ready. That's good.
Scouts here, still engaged.
Right, where is he? Warlord Bone Smasher. The most fucking generic war boss name on the planet. There he is. Gurney. The god's guts. I likes that. What? Oh yeah, I forgot this guy's hard as hell. Right, I think he basically always gloms onto someone and just goes for them. Oh. Yeah, because the war boss's bombs don't suck. Right, I'm going to quickly run Cyrus in. Back the force commander up. And run everyone away. And now we've got that set up and hidden. I should be able to bait him into it. Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, this is why this fight always takes a while, because he's got 200,000 health and stupid armor. Now you mention it, being high. I mentioned being high. I remember a stupid ass 4chan D&D green text about a party going across the astral planes and they just kept bumping into Snoop Dogg. I mean, canonically it can happen. And. There we go. I mean, they at least dealt with the ads. I think it did a bit of damage to him, not a huge amount, unfortunately. Right, quickly get another one out. Might as well just back Avitus up then. Plus we've got a melee fight going. Right, you two, back up. I'm going to try and bait him directly into the bomb. There it goes. Never mind, I forgot that Cyrus is actively running away. Just set it off. I think if they destroy it, it doesn't actually do anything. I mean, canonically it can happen if you're... I mean, astral planes maybe not, but I mean, if you're going for a comedy campaign, sure, why not? And if your DM has a Snoop Dogg impression on lock, why the fuck not? What was it again? 600 nanograms of acid and a bowl of weed, and that trip will last like 2 days, and you may go clinically insane, something like that. After much investigation, he just discovered that he gets so high he astral projects into the plane. A common joke, but a fun one. Flip him to ranged. run everyone underneath. Should be able to melt most of the ads on the way past. Running past. There we go. Can't melt a bomb him, can I? No, I didn't think I could. Over there. Yeah, so he's unknockdownable. There we are. Make sure Avitus is constantly focus firing. Yeah, this fight's going to take a while, basically, any way we slice it.
Move quickly.
Heal because he can't back right now. And run. There we go. Gonna run Tarkus back too. Might as well just keep running them all back. They're all in bad positions. I got no problem with funny D&D campaigns. Wait, just gonna wait.
Move quickly.
And so they're both done. Wait for Tarkus.
How can we serve?
The chapter's recruits stand ready.
Speaking of fights that take way a little too long, remember Monster Hunter? Yeah, I mean, I still enjoy Monster Hunter. It's just you know, it's definitely very grindy. And wait, can I? Yeah. It's always grindy, and you initially have the problem where fights take too long, and then you have the problem where you have to get you can't blind them. Okay. And then you have the opposite problem where instead of fights taking too long, you now have to do the same fight over and over and over again because now you got to grind materials. Hello, who's that? Hey, Ricky, what's up, bro? I actually heard that one. Quickly. Wow, he lived. Yeah, quickly. Brother. Here, have some groups. Right, keep shooting. Alright, I'm getting pissed off with this. I forgot to look at the Force Commander. Quickly run him round. Tar. Bop. And large heal. Move over there. That stream was cool, tasty, but the fight was uncomfortably long. Oh, reminds me exactly which one you were referring to. I don't think it was the Rise one, because the Rise one never took too long. I can definitely remember some fights in World that took entirely too fucking long, I'd say that much. Move that out of the way, there we go. This is the new League of Legends game. Brother loops. Sorry, I didn't read your message. What's up? Only loops. it's just moth pictures. And it's just all the moths are constantly asking if anyone's found their loot. Back everyone up. We'll deal with this in good order. I think I can just signal all of this out anyway. Grindy fights, 100 wave challenge and Annihilation Station. I did that shit. I did that on both games actually. Annihilation Station and the initial fucking, and the one in 2. Because yeah, 2 was going commando in US and 3 was up your arsenal, I believe. Might be the other way around. But yeah, I did that shot on both because it was the impossible challenge. There was one in 3, I think, where it was 200 rounds. I think that was fucking stupid. I did that shit. I did my hours, man. You can't say I didn't put in the time. And then back them all off while Signum comes down. Now that separates them out a bit, which is kind of what we're after at the minute. We want to dismember his pack of boys, piece by piece. Let's quickly shoot some rockets. And yeah, Montana has a habit of taking a bit long because, you know, I mean, obviously, in games such as that, you expect certain fights to take a while, like final bosses come in. Yeah, pull them off. I'm just gonna get out of here because the game's gonna cheat and... Oh, that was an area effect, cool. Yeah, I can't remember exactly which fight. I know we had a fight with the, I can't remember its name, but it was the fucking crackhead one that moved entirely too fast. on the ice level. Well, I think it might have been the mountains or something. That sucked. Anything involving the Bezel Goose fucking sucked. I feel like the Luastra didn't take very long. No, Xenojiva took a minute, but we worked that one out. I struggled against the Kirin, but I eventually made it my bitch. You know, standard affair. That deals with most of his gang, but we still have this prick to deal with. So if we can deal with this asshole, then we might be able to actually push in a little bit more aggressively. I'm going to back Tarkus off, whilst I quickly get in with Avitus. Done with. Alright, cool. That's the can dealt with. If First World is comprised of NATO members, Second World was Warsaw Pact, and the Third World wasn't aligned, does that mean Switzerland was technically Third World? Yes, that is in fact how that goes. I mean, with that whole classification scheme, that's just... I mean, I will admit it's just us and them with extra steps. At the same time, it's considered First World because it's in Europe, and well, see, that's the thing. The whole Second World crap, it became a marker of development, not necessarily alignment, when that was how it was originally intended. But when you say Third World, you immediately assume some piece of shit country, because most of the countries that were economically poor were in neither the Warsaw Pact or Hammer of Cadia. Nah, it stands. There, it turns out with the Hammer of Cadia, do you not even need to lean it up against a wall, because wherever you leave it, it'll just stand. Blind him. Now, whilst he is blind, we'll deal with his ads, which is just making life a little bit too difficult. I'm going to back him off, actually. Come on, get it up, there we go. And Tarkus is taking about all he can. We're out of additional weapons. No more Mr. Swiss nice guy, implying that you ever were. A joke. If Cadia is a hammer, what looks like a nail? Abaddon. I mean, he's already a bit of a fucking screwhead anyway. Time for Richard Tate. I mean, just the Hammer of Cadia just defies gravity, because whichever way you put it, it just stays there. Interesting that the Hammer of Cadia, though, like a Thunder Hammer. But the Guard, I don't believe the Guard have any use of Thunder Hammers. I think the only really non-Space Marine-esque peoples that can use Thunder Hammers would really be Inquisitors who have power armor. Ah, piss, didn't reach it. Because I know certain Inquisitors have like jacked power armor that basically enable them to use Space Marine gauge stuff. Your statement ain't hustling at all. Yeah, pull him off. Blind. Didn't reach him. And we just start kicking the shit out of him, old school. Pull Tarkus off. Pull both of them off. And then, yeah, let him waste his rock and then run away. Easy. It's technically feasible from a feasible perspective. Wouldn't Ogrin and... yeah, technically speaking, 0.5 country. This one was like 0.5 whilst everybody was rebuilding their countries. Well, that was everyone, to be fair, like I say. Because, you know, Britain immediately after World War I could definitely be described as a first world country. If Cadia has a hammer, now they just need nails, wood, and a bit of glue to put Cadia back together. 0.5 world country. But that would put you ahead in that. No, let's not think about that. And just run everyone in. Don't move towards him. I would prefer that we do this the ranged way. We run him back. Shooting, 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 and run! 227. I am mad. Wall broke before the hammer did, but that's expected.
Make ready. Remain vigilant.
Again, I mean, who the fuck's using a thunder hammer on Cadia? I mean, he's on like really low health, so we could just do this. And come on, he's got to have like no. There it is. Heraldry of Gabriel Angelo. It's just his face with a thumb up. Oh, me boss Paul. Fucking burner boys in a building. Have you ever seen anything more useless? Whoa, I grabbed that just in time. Sweet, that went about as well as could be expected. My immune system is more useless.
Well done, Commander. Bone Smasher's death leaves the Orc warband broken and in disarray.
First emblazoned atop Gabriel Angelos as Rhino during the Tartarus campaign. This banner has his personal heraldry, yeah.
Now you have done so. Angelos out.
I
a
will
look.
remember this day when the
More
end
armor.
comes.
Oppression and resistance.
You are a morbid one, Cyrus.
See?
We are the Emperor's angels of death, Thaddeus.
Easy.
Do you think death will overlook us?
I
Fine.
suppose not. But why focus on the possibility of death? Today is a day of victory.
It's not a possibility.
That's the point. Your
Yay.
death is not merely possible.
It's
Thaddeus.
further improved by loading Hellfire rounds into chambers dealing explosive damage.
Or
Banging.
maybe in another. One day you will die. On that day, the elation of victory will be very far away. So save some of that victorious cheer. Store it away, so you may call on it when that day comes.
We only have a default assault cannon, which is the annoying part. But you know, more Terminators be more Terminators. So yeah, we'll just quite happily tuck that away. I have a Golden Mantle of Terror available. That'll go to Thaddeus when he can wear it in time. We have a level 19. He's nearly there, to be fair. He's nearly there. Also have a bolt pistol, which is level 20, and therefore he can't use it. Easy. By my words, buddies, a man does not acquire his full skill set to be told, take care and be careful by an amateur. Evening on the Imperial channel, we have the first episode of Pimp My Dreadnought, sponsored by the Adeptus Mechanicus, joined today, and we guarantee you won't be turned into a servitor for 3 years. That's now useless. Does any of this give... Okay, there's the other Terminator armor. None of this gives the assault cannon, which is maddening. We still have a deployment. Wailing Doom, I forget which one that is. Oh, it's
Commander,
the fucking
it seems the Eldar have not been driven off after all.
bloody Avatar.
The Xenos have summoned their demonic avatar.
That's a point, actually. I should probably check this. Suppression resist, will combat, and energy, and this gives melee skill. No, they're probably better as they are then. Go. What level is this one? It's the level 21. Stamina, health, melee skill. I would swap that out for Tarkus. And I give the next Terminator armor to Thaddeus, give him the armaments. And then we go Terminator. That was a quote from Tate. Of course it was. It was just cringy enough to be from Tate. I'm just thinking about what we could do. We will do this, I think. Yes. Even thought about a subwoofer provided by Magos Exhibit.
The swarm is closing in. Set up your defenses while you can.
We need to protect the generators powering the
Righty.
array.
I now have 2 Terminator squads, and I no longer fear God. Right, so we're going to stand Cyrus pretty far back. I'm now going to wait to... Yeah, okay, they're coming from that direction. 1, 2... Then we have the Force Commander behind for anti-melee assurance. Sisters, what did the Magos do to you, Canonettes? He flashes firmware at me. Well, something quite long range. Oh yeah, here we go. We can pop the rally. Oh yeah, this is approaching quite high levels of silly. Let's actually back them up a touch because they are getting a bit schwacked and they're not able to recoup their numbers. I'm going to lose that, but that's fine. It was probably the most exposed one anyway. Okay, they had like like 4 venom cannons, that'd be why. Oh, for God's sake, Cyrus. I seem to remember Rally picking them up. That was weird. Go. Right, that should give us the space we need. I don't think we do anything other than defense missions on this, so we would have to go capture this analog, which I'm definitely not doing. Which I could really use an actually named assault cannon with Avitus. There we go, that's enough of them dead to stop presenting a threat. Let me just advance on that one. Easy. Let's bring Tarkus back a little bit. He's getting a little bit too far. This is cowardice is not bred into poor people. It ensures poverty by dulling their appetite for risk. I mean, true, but risk can just as easily doom you to poverty as quickly as it can get you out of it, so whatever. Right, move up a bit. Please snipe that to stop their focused fire. Good. Easy. I'm doing this with a slightly better power fist, to be fair, so... Next wave is from the bottom again.
Weapons, adjust your positions.
Be vigilant.
Easy. Nobody is true. No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that risk is itself not the savior. You know, at that point you're blaming people's poverty on their aversion to dooming themselves further. So, you know. And it's also ignoring the blatant problem where, you know, in order to be able to take risk, one first needs actual capital, which is what poor people lack, hence why they're poor. Oh yeah, proof tasted it loud during uni days. Well, Tate's an asshole, so... Yeah, draw them back, and yeah, we're okay again. We can stabilize. It's these venom cannons I'm particularly worried about. Pull the no, I just meant to pull the force commander back there, but ooh, oopsie daisy. And yeah, those are just melee warriors, which we should just be able to deal with. Here comes the Carnifex, so we'll quickly lay down a remote detonated charge, and then we'll quickly run away, because that thing is lethal. And schwack, job's good. Alright, now it's hidden. Eventually, when the Carnifex finds itself again, it will eventually, there it is, march up the stairs, and pop. Easy. You just time it right, and taking those things down is easy. Come in. This is final wave as well, so quickly form up for this. Easy. Right, we should be able to largely deal with it from here. We just need Cyrus to take out any particularly troublesome unique creatures. There we go. And that fire should deal with most of those Hormagaunts. There we go. Here comes the Carnifex, so let's quickly lay down the detonation charge. And yeah, the remote detonation charge. quickly kill that, please. There we go, and then back up, because here it comes. It's coming through there. And what? There it is. Now we just go ham. Easy. Carnifexes are easy if you see them coming. A surprise Carnifex is an issue. Creed's Carnifex is exactly how you get fucked by those things. Easy mode. I say 2 Terminator armors does make it a touch easy.
Well done, Commander. Losing that communications array would have been devastating to our sector defense.
Let's see, that's pretty good melee
I thought the
skill.
Tyranids were simple beasts.
Yeah, swap
I
those
did not
over.
think they were smart enough to target our
We're not going to be
communications
using the Power Fist because we have
My
2 of
experience in
these.
the Victoria Primus campaign.
Okay.
The Tyranids were constantly targeting weak spots and vital
We'll
locations.
grab that.
The hive mind seems to have a very intuitive understanding of tactics and strategy.
I
Fine.
have noticed this in battle as well.
We're not quite there with Thule, but we're getting close.
Numbers blot out the sun.
I love the destroyable areas in Dawn of War 2. Oh, it's so much fun. Like, on the sector for 2 days. Another optional defense foundry. So we've got one there. Lots of optional targets here. That's just going to get sold, but we do want to kill it anyway. Armor. Right, so what we're going to do then, similar plan as before, we're going to go hit this foundry.
Commander, grave news.
Can I help you?
The Tyranid hive mind's efforts continue to stymie our travels through the warp.
I'm surprised
Our
exactly
last
none.
astropath suffers now in the effort to transmit this message to you, and only a few librarians and navigators remain to guide us. It is unlikely the Litany of Fury will ever emerge from the warp.
Pog.
But if this is to be our end aboard this vessel, we die with pride, because the hive mind's efforts have clearly cost it.
Really?
Our surviving librarian reports that the Tyranid fleet's main hive ship even now approaches planet Typhon to feed.
Is it always Typhon?
This is the gargantuan organism that houses the brain of the hive fleet.
Die with pride, is it
Your
already
strike
July?
force can deliver a killing blow while it feeds.
Rainbow
I've
Marines, now there's a fun one.
tactical briefing to your planetary map display. On a final note, you may tell Captain Thule that the secrets of Cyrene die with me. Angelos out.
Interesting.
Commander, we have received orders from Captain Angelos to deliver several concentrated biotoxin doses to you.
Banging.
I have readied a contingent of Imperial Guard veterans to provide you with additional firepower during this critical mission.
Nice.
More hindrance than help.
Oh, shut up, you
Many
hater.
are veterans of Angel Gate, Commander. They see supporting you as a matter of duty.
Banging.
They will deploy in Valkyrie gunships and rendezvous with you on the surface of Typhon.
Accept their help, Commander. In this battle, we are all brothers.
You say that like I have a choice.
Commander, I will remain aboard the Armageddon to provide fire support during your mission.
Also because I'm a giant
I
pussy.
will do the same from Thunderhawk 2.
I'm a slightly lesser pussy.
Armageddon will not last long against an entire hive fleet.
Having played Battlefleet Armageddon, yeah, I can say that that's true.
Getting the toxin to the capillary tower is all that matters now.
Easy. So we've got the final mission, yeah, right there. For some reason it gives me a reward, I don't know why. So yeah, we're going to continue with the plan. We're going to do this defense because we can get an easy bonus from it. Unfortunately, there's only 2 foundries on this planet, so we do actually need to be somewhat careful. We can still deal with any armor the Orcs throw at us because we've got 2 Terminator squads, and therefore it gets a little bit silly.
Commander, they will direct their attacks at the generators.
What?
power
And
automated systems.
what? Now we can kind of cheat and just set up around those because they're all together, unlike the other ones, which are much more spread out. I hate that they took ground support out of BFGA 2. I know it was such a. I always liked that one because it felt like I was. It was the only mission where you felt like the fleet was part of a larger military movement and that you're actually making progress. But I get that they wanted to kind of stretch their legs in terms of factions and scale in BFGA 2, so it is what it is. Knock that cover down. That hurt. Move up just a touch. Get everyone back. Oh wow, the rally point's right here, huh? Those storm boys should be dealt with pretty quickly. I say that the moment the Terminator stabilizes even a little, then it's dealt with. Quickly suppress that a little. Oh, it's getting a bit out of hand because they've got constant melee units in my ass. I think we're starting to deal with the knobs, at least a force commander is. Another one, I don't need that. It's just XP fodder. I mean, I will say fighting NIDs in BFGA 2 is a lot of fun because, you know, up to that point, you forget that blood's a thing, and when you're fighting the NID, it's just a horror show, man. It's just... You forget that they have living ships, and living ships bleed, and you're shooting them with guns bigger than most houses, so, you know. I always enjoyed that, to be fair. I mean, there's a playthrough that's on the back burner. I mean, to be fair, every time I think I'm close to finishing that game, it just gets infinitely longer, so yeah, whatever. I'll pull it out when we've got nothing else to do. I mean, speaking of upcoming releases, so I don't know why it popped into my head. That game coming out from Ubisoft, which is not something I normally am interested in. The pirate one. I want to say Skull and Bones. I want to say that's wrong, but I've forgotten what it is. But ever played Deadlock? I love Deadlock. Deadlock is quite fun. Yeah, Skull and Bones. I love Deadlock. You realise the level of pog that I achieved when I saw a space combat game that actually appreciates that space has 3 fucking dimensions. Holy shit! I was pogging out of my mind. Let's advance a little. Factions BFG 2 are fantastic. Well, I just found the game was extremely repetitive and boring. I think that was the price they paid, to be honest. Like, they added a lot in terms of spectacle and scope and sheer like asset value, by which I mean they have lots more in the way of factions and sheer shitborn. Like doom stacking adamants, dude, that's great. Just like a vertical broadside line of adamant, it's great fun. Fell on, and get some really 9 broadsides, say hello. Exactly, and then you shift all the power to weapons, and it's like, holy shit, where did all these bullets come from? It's brilliant. Me and you think alike. But yeah. Skull and Bones, I looked at that and I kind of see it as the game Sea of Thieves should have been, you know? Because to me, Sea of Thieves should have been a bit more that way, like a bit more like, maybe not simmy, by which I mean like actually simulating being an pirate, but definitely not as cartoony as it was. And I mean, I kind of see it as, obviously it's Ubisoft, so I'm well aware they could fuck this up extremely easily because Ubisoft is Ubisoft. But you know, I'm optimistic. It looks good, but then everything that Ubi brings out looks good. So, you know, like I say, I'm reserving judgment. Gonna pop him. And the knob never even got a swing off. Beautiful. Yeah, Skull and Bones is supposed to be a sort of mix between the sailing part of Assassin's Creed and Sea of Thieves. That's the good part. The bad part is it's in development about as long as Star Citizen. That's why I'm worried. Yeah, it's definitely a game that Ubi can't seem to decide what they're doing with. That's definitely cause for concern. If I can't quickly get this out. Oh, that might actually not be necessary. And run away. Quicker. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There it is. Looks like the ending boss to this is going to be a death dread, which is nice and easy actually. I can just surround it with Terminators and just kick its teeth in. Skull and Bones teaser was very disappointing. The Skull and the teaser was, yeah. And yeah, I get that keep hyping the game like Cyberpunk. I feel it's the issue I'm sensing with it is that it's you know, the way it's been in development for 6 billion years, you know, the fact that it's been teased and then unteased so many times, it's a dead ringer for fucking Star Citizen, and that's what worries me. And say, as you mentioned it. By the way, you don't care about age of games. I very much believe that, you know, games are good, not necessarily because they're new. Like, I hate this whole graphics equals good bollocks. And whilst I will admit pretty games are definitely easier to enjoy, no, good graphics does not a good game make. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to bend it around this corner, force them to actually come into range of me. There we go. Okay, there's the Death Dread, so I'm going to wait till it gets here and then lay a mine in its path. There it is. And no action. They're hyping it. Well, it is just a teaser, to be fair, Ricky. Teasers are meant to just be like, hey, look how exciting this new thing is! You know, and it's not actually meant to show off any bloody gameplay. It's just a, hey, this is the thing, this is kind of what it's going to be about. Oh. I might actually be able to get this guy up mines alone. Hang on. Nearly. And now we just surround it with Terminators and win. Well, to be fair, I don't think I'm even going to need to go that far. There it is. It was nice and easy. And I get that the devs want to take their time with the game and make it good, but when a game spends a good decade in development, what are they doing? What engine are they using? Are they just dragging it into a new engine? I know, but it's been in development for years. I get you. Well, traditionally, when a game spends that fucking long in development, you know, banging was actually a well-executed defense mission for once. I mean, Mountain Blade Bannerlord did the same. Very true.
Well done, Commander. Fortunately, the orcs did not manage to
Scrap
damage the
that.
foundry itself.
Scrap that.
These foundries are based on ancient technology that we do not fully understand.
Got
If they are damaged
more health.
badly, we cannot repair them, and they are lost forever.
That's pretty good. Do that. Mail of the Immortals, that goes down to Thaddeus. To be fair, Thaddeus is getting Terminator armor, so we can just scrap these now. Yay, Thule is big boy now. More range damage. The Thaddeus has still a little ways to go. But, you know, I'm optimistic. We're also going to scrap this pistol since we're not going to need it. As now nobody's going to use a pistol. Team of Champions, that can go. Well, that's nearly there, but, you know, it is what. Now we've got the extra deployment. And we have only one defense mission. Monster of Meridian. Is that another fucking...
Commander,
it's a Carnifex.
massive beast.
Fuck's sake. We are going to run over yonder. And... one is that one.
Commander,
And we're going to fuck this guy in the ass. Get the final Terminator armor for the Thaddeus. Had to restart its development from the start. Yeah, true. Scrap everything and update on the new engine, which is still kind of outdated, but at least it's playable. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the issue with Mountain Blade is that, you know, they kept a very old game alive for a very long time.
Against the Hive fleet.
Interpreting Eldar motives is a fool's errand.
And so, you know, trying to bring it onto a new engine is good, but, you know, even that new engine is a bit outdated. And bear in mind, this is Ubi we're talking, so can't really have much faith in anything that they do. Hold on, Cyrus. Hold on, Avitus. Hold on, Tarkus. I mean, whilst they're giving it to me, I'm just gonna keep and run. It missed. Hog. Now, ideally, yeah, it should chase us. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and the Seer Council also followed us. Cool. Right, that was a bit risky, but we made it through with no downs. Nice. Ubisoft, have you heard of NFTs? Yeah. That's another issue. I mean, I can't believe major corporations got fucking suckered into NFTs, man. That's hilarious. That exploded. Oh, Christ! Let's get a little bit further back. Switch both the Terminators over to melee. Oh, for fuck's sake. And we just surround it and kick its teeth in. Yeah, take its lunch money. Take its lunch money. There we go. Flip the Terminators back to ranged. Ugh. 2 fucking fire prisms immediately. we are just going to go this way. Ignore the bulk of the enemy force, because I cannot be fucked with it. Right, yeah, we want to aggro what's behind there. And bait it into... Yeah, okay, that was it. Bait it into a shitload of Terminator fire. I want an assault, for the love of God. Pull him back a bit. Okay, there we go, he's dealt with. Here they come, that should suppress him. Come on. Come on now. There we go, suppressed. Let me just bonk it with the hammer. There we go. No horny. I bet we actually lost money with the NFT. They fucking deserve to, I will say that. And anybody who, like, if you're a legitimate business and you saw anything in fucking NFTs, you deserve to to lose a shitload of money. Holy shit. They were quite clearly a fucking scam. They were a self-sustaining hype machine that was only worth anything so long as the hype kept going. Hence why NFT bros were constantly like, hey bro, you should buy into NFTs. They're the next big thing, because they had to be the next big thing if those guys were ever going to turn a profit. Geekheads. We sleepy gorillas grew up in it. This means I'm out here proving the Eldar that kneecaps are a privilege, not a right. Run away from that. And now we bob it. Hopefully by the time Cyrus gets up, they're all dead. There we go. Oh, fuck's sake, that's another one. Get away, get away. Oops, I accidentally put the Force Commander in the building. I'm just gonna go this way, I think. Oh, there's dudes here. I mean, we are actively horny bonking these guys, so I'm not exactly sad. There we go, died in midair. Oh no, they're in heavy cover. If only we had something to deal with that. Easy. And we just roll forward. And we start dealing with the howling banshees. Because luckily they're melee units that are too squishy to last more than 5 minutes against fucking 7 Terminators. Oh, for Christ's sake. Right, we have Avitus, so here's what we're going to do. We are just going to run up on this fire prism and run its fade. Same with this one. Fuck's sake, Avitus, you useless piece of shit. Right. Easy. Right, now we run to the shrine. See? 7 Terminators are a little bit silly. But, you know, I hope to have 10 very soon. But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic about Skull and Bones because, to be fair, I'm a sucker for anything Age of Sail, so that should be fun. I do remember my time with naval action. It was fun, don't get me wrong. It's just it seemed a bit too much of a time commitment, and it was overrun with Russians. And any game that's overrun with Russians annoys me. Not because of the whole Ukraine thing, though that definitely factors into it now, but because I often find games that are overrun with Russians to have generally toxic communities. I give you Dota, which very recently proved to me that it is now worse than LoL. Because at least the community in LoL, it seems to have evolved into a community that just isn't bothered. And, they don't teach you... It's not that they don't teach you things out of any kind of spite. They don't teach you things because they generally can't be fucked to. I'm just gonna set off the Blessing of Fortitude on that one. We're just gonna get back. That's already fucked. I was genuinely disappointed when I tried to show fucking Smig and Riz Dota, and I was just completely let down by the community, who just appeared to have absolutely no time for newcomers in unranked. Right, okay, I get being annoyed at people for being inexperienced in ranked, because that's the game mode where you're supposed to know what you're doing. Because at that point there's meaningless points, sure, but SR riding on it, right? But in unranked, who fucking cares? People come here to play the game for fun and to learn, and yet these guys just Literally, I think we played like 3 games and all bastards. Honestly. Fucking the community in Dota absolutely let me down on that one. And I'm so mad about that. I was so excited to show people Dota, this game I genuinely quite like. And, yeah. But I'll still watch the international because I really like watching the high level stuff. But as for playing Dota, yeah, that's in the fucking can. I can't be arsed with that. Irony being, I'll just stick to League. I don't know how they did it, but League's more fun. How is League less toxic now? How the fuck have they managed that? I guess when Riot said that they were taking anti-toxicity measures, it actually fucking worked. And you know, I'm a guy who generally has no faith in Riot at all. I just don't like them as a company. But, you know, when it comes to dealing with toxicity in their games, they seem to have done a darn sight more better job than fucking Valve have, so fuck it, right? I'll deal with that. And we need to spray that with some fire. What the fuck is that? Fucking another Seer Council. I'm mad. Turn that off. We're just going to shoot him. Keep him alive, preferably. I can't be fucked to deal with that. Let's just call a strike on that. Oh, there he goes. Finally, Jesus. Send Cyrus to go take that. Alright, job's a good one. But yeah, to round up what I was saying, I'm cautiously optimistic for Skull and Bones. As you say, it's been in development for a while, so it's a bit dubious we might be running into another Star Citizen / Mountain Blade situation. But you know, as I say, I'm a sucker for anything Age of Sail, so whatever, right? Otherwise, you know, we've still got fucking no, not Grimtide. Is it Grimtide? I've genuinely forgotten the fucking name now. I'm gonna go with Grimtide because I seem to think Grimtide is no, it's Darktide. That's the one. That's the one. It is Darktide. I doubted myself because I think Darktide was the one I thought was wrong. There you go. Yeah, Darktide. There's the one. Let's kill the Seer Council first. Kill. Snipe. There we go. Right, that's 2 of them dead. Fake fan confirmed. Shut the fuck up. Because I say Grim because, you know, Grim Dork and all that. Like, for some reason, that's the one that sticks in my head. But, you know, we still got Darktide coming, and I'm still incredibly pogged out of my mind for that. You know, yes, it's taking a while. Yes, they keep delaying it, but I largely don't care. I will be honest. It has been delayed numerous times now. But I think they're just comfortable with the fact that, you know, they can take however much time they need. I mean, what are we up to now in terms of delays? Good job I triggered that. I'm still going to lose the points for it, but I don't care. I'm on my additional deployments anyway. I already won all my additional deployments, so medals largely don't matter to me right now. Right, Avatar of Khaine. This is going to be a fun one. Let's quickly snipe that first. Then let's lay down a... I wonder if this counts as a vehicle. I can verifiably say it does not count as a vehicle. Because if it counted as a vehicle, we'd be getting disables against that. Alright, it's being detected. Does it go off when he kills it? It does, but it did barely any damage to him. This fight's going to take a while as well. I remember back when Tav was small, the Avatar fights in vanilla. And fucked hard, isn't it? Fucking Avatar of Khaine is such a bastard to fight. Yeah, like I say, I'm still jazzed for Darktide. That's going to be great. Which reminds me, we should really play more Vermintide, but you know, it's getting Grizz in a room to do anything is difficult. So we're just gonna stand off on this one. Why are you still running towards him? I am the mad. Back up, back up, back up. Avoid that. Pop. I start. Resume the shooting. How much health has he got? He's got another 100k health on what the war boss had. I mean, he does appear to be losing it a lot quicker though, which is encouraging. Could just do Vermin with Chris. This is true.
vigilant.
And I'm sure there are others hanging around who would be more than willing to do some vermin. Back up.
Adjust your positions.
One
Two
shot,
stings.
one kill.
I think there's some more Seer Council. We're just going to pull Tarkus up and spray some rockets on that, I think. So yeah, you know, I'm trying to think of all the new releases now. God of War's coming up, and God of War is definitely a series I want to do on the channel. Especially with the new ones now being on Steam. But that's going to be a long playthrough, because whilst the first few games are relatively short, because they're more, I won't say beat-em-ups, but they're definitely more fighting game than they are anything else. No, it did in fact clip against the terrain. How far is he going to go before he has to retreat back? There he is. We are taking thousands off him at a time. Time to call a month vacation and just play it non-stop. I am with you there, buddy. I too cannot wait for it. It's just going to be fun. Okay, well at least it's not a fucking fire prison, though I'm sure it's coming. Yeah, so we're chewing through him. Oh, we're going to get back here. Yeah, that's why. Tarkus, could you like, Tarkus, please. Okay, how he managed that, I will never know.
Now, strike before it can recover.
Shut up. But, yeah, anyway. The God of War is definitely one I can't wait to do. I'm sure Justin's going to be insufferable, as he always is with anything Greek mythology based. But, you know, rule of cool will outrule him, so it is what it is. What else we got? I still got to do fucking Starship Troopers. That's going to be great. I've played through some of, but not all of the game, because it's just fun. I couldn't wait. Righty, so long as we stay far enough away for the rest of his team to get the hint not to go anywhere near. Okay, he does get stunned by the flash grenades. That's worthy of note. Come on, there we go. We just have to run back up again. Yeah, I'll say. So that should be fun. Uncharted is another series I really want to do. Because to me, they're more like films than they are games, but, you know, interactive films. And they're the one game that I'm willing to just write off the whole interactive film moniker on and have it actually mean something. Ugh. There he goes. Don't have any more in anything else in the way of like shot we can fire at him. Okay, there's a fire prison. Right, now we're gonna get back. Because that. I mean, he's down to 32,000, so one good burst and we should have him here. I know this is cheesy, but it works. Okay, and just keep running up.
Scout squad ready for orders.
I'll have to make sure not to spend all my earnings and life saving on gachas when until Dark Tide drops. I mean, we still got to, like, was it 30th of November is the number that is contained within my memory. He's calling that, so we can move down a little. Looks like, right. We have to deal with this. I'm just gonna call that. Yeah, I'm just gonna call that and just go ham on him. There we go, and run. Oh, for God's sake, Cyrus. Easy. I keep forgetting I have that invulnerability, and I keep saving it. So yeah, we got some time before Dark Tide drops, because, you know, that's still like a good 2 months away. That didn't go well, but that's fine, that's not why we do it.
It still seems madness that the Eldar would strike at us in the midst of this infestation.
Agreed. But the Eldar have a deeper purpose in the sector. They would not have sacrificed so much just to give the Tyranids one less world to feed on.
Well, we already know that there's a craft world hanging around, and that's why they're doing this. So, it's mystery motherfucking solved. Bit of that. Bit of that. Thaddeus is now up to level. He now has a useful armament. Easy. And now Cyrus, with all of his utility, shall be retired in favor of way too many Terminators. We shall... we can take those and we can take that. Who can throw... No one. Great. And Thule is now level 20. Thaddeus is getting there. Easy. Righty, so we still have an additional deployment for the day. So what do we want to knock out then? The Force Commander is the only one who actually uses armor that's his, you know, Space Marine size anymore.
The greenskins continue to...
Whatever. Meanwhile, that's basically designed for the Force Commander. That's useless. So we'll grab this armor then.
Commander, a massive beast is tearing
We are going to be relying on melee for this one if we do take Thaddeus. Yeah, we're going to be largely relying on melee in order to kill this. Because we won't have the explosive potential of Cyrus. Honestly, it's fine. Yeah, let's take this Carnifex's lunch money, I think. We're just going to melee him dead. Setting up. Only scrubs. Oh, we already saw this. Only scrub setup. Yeah, this is why I say that the third part of the game is deceptively long because it actually makes you time manage.
Teams with tyrannid vermin.
Then we know what we must do, Avitus.
We have our orders.
Tactical squad repositioning.
Oh yeah. Oh, me and the boys. Oh, it's a little bit silly, but that's how we like it. Oh my god, they can deep strike. I'm in love. I've never actually used Thaddeus with Terminator armor before, but I didn't know he could deep strike like that. That's it. I'm good. I'm sold. Now Twitch ads reminded me of Modern Warfare 2 looking sexy. Oh, dude, yeah.
Target destroyed.
Another series I really want to play. Modern Warfare, both the old and the new ones. I really want to play more Call of Duty, to be fair. It's been a while since we did that, and I think the last one we did was Infinite Warfare, which was a very POG one. Because Infinite Warfare is just POG. I don't care what no one says, Infinite Warfare is POG. If we can get Tarkus even a little bit of space, we can munch all that. We do have hives and shit just kind of all around right now. Well, that's the synapse generator. I'm kind of making for the capturable array right now. Because, to be fair, like, I'm very much not on board this hate everything new that Call of Duty does train. I hate most stuff, by which I mean, like, Infinite Warfare and Ghosts and any Black Ops past 2. Very much just dog water and is not worth. Oh, this guy's not dead, by the way. Kick him! Kick him! There we go.
It is done. Move on.
You know, Infinite Warfare was really fucking good. I think the new Modern Warfare was really fucking good, and definitely more appropriate to current times. Because if you remember, the first Modern Warfare was very much because obviously Call of Duty kind of parrots onto whatever conflict is going on in the modern world at the time, and back when Modern Warfare was made, it was very much the first and second invasions of Iraq. More the second invasion, I would say. The second war in Iraq, yeah, in 2004. Makes sense considering when it was released, but you know. Whereas this one is very much glomming definitely more onto the war. $70, Jesus. No, yeah, it's Call of Duty. What do you think? I'm not playing that shit on release. I'm playing that when that goes on sale, probably next summer. You know, the most recent war on Modern Warfare very much focused more on the war on terror. I was a big fan of. The remaster CODs actually look pretty damn good, I must say. I want to play Modern Warfare 1, but I think Modern 2 better. If I like it, I'll just go fucking grab. Yeah. And then $70. War on terror. Also not wrong. But yeah, and so I really appreciated the new remaster the remastered Modern Warfare. I thought it was pretty good. So I liked Modern Warfare, Infinite Warfare because, you know, if you stop treating it as a traditional Call of Duty game, then you'll find that you'll like it a lot more. Know what I mean? If you just treat it as what it is, and that's a really fucking good sci-fi shooter, the Force Commander is just going ham, and I'm not going to stop him. Especially if he's just gonna... Is he just gonna man that down? Sure is. I mean, Thaddeus is level 19. I think he's the last unit to be so. So this is definitely gonna level him up, I think. Oop, here he comes. Abilities have no cooldown. Yeah, I'm just gonna Mercer strike that bitch. Alright, so Thaddeus is now having problems. This is where we flick everyone to melee and teleport him out. And he goes down anyway.
I am far from finished.
There we go, and we successfully took that Carnifex's lunch money. Right, I'm not happy with how weak our captains are looking right now, but we should be able to deal with it. Especially if we actually use the fucking invulnerability like we should be doing. Alright, I'm going to teleport you over there so you can go kick some ass. There we go. There we go. That should be a little bit easier. Time to grab the Modern Warfare 2 Vault Edition, €100. No. Like, even if a game looks good, and I'm more than willing to be called a hypocrite on this, fine, whatever, I'm still going to peddle the message. Don't pre-order. Fuck that shit. To quote Eric Cartman, you know, pre-ordering is just paying some dickhead in California for something he hasn't finished doing yet. You know what you get for pre-ordering? Big dick in your mouth. Right? So yeah. It's yeah, and to be fair, those Vault Editions, I do, whilst I do have an issue with pre-ordering, I don't have an issue with exorbitantly expensive collector's edition. I'm very much of the mentality of, if you want to spend that kind of money on plastic or sometimes if you're really lucky metal tat, be my guest. If you want to spend that kind of money, sure, whatever. If you're going to do that, if you're going to spend the money for that, you're probably going to pre-order anyway, so I can't stop you. But you know, if that's what you want to do, bro, you is free to do that. I know they're constantly producing units, which is why they're doing, which is why it's progressing so slow. But that's fine. We'll just soldier on. But yeah, no, more Call of Duty. I think I really want to play more Call of Duty. Like I say, we already played, if I remember correctly, we played World at War and Infinite Warfare, and that was it. Yeah, I mean, I don't have so much of a problem with pre-ordering, but 70, wait until it goes to 35, which is probably January. To be fair, issue is with it, it's not going to go down naturally over time anyway, because if you go on Steam right now and you look at how much, like, let's say Black Ops 1 cost, a game that came out easily, like, probably 16 years ago, if memory serves, which it doesn't. And you go look at Steam and tell me how expensive that is right now, and it's still probably going to be of the vein of 40 quid. The Moga exists for a reason. Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Your orders.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it, bro? There we go.
Right away.
This is true. I mean, when they're charging, this is the thing. My views on what I used to consider piracy have definitely softened. In that, if I just want people to play a fucking game with me, but I can't justify the price, the price of admission, I'll either say, oh, we'll wait for a sale, or just like Kinguin or Momoga or some shit like that, you know? Because if a company wants to charge way too much for a game that's been out for far too long to justify it, then fuck them, right? I want to support the devs, but fuck off, I'm not selling my last shirt to some company that's currently fighting the 100th lawsuit for harassment and extortion in it. I definitely have an issue with buying like indie titles, like very small indie titles from places like Momoga, because often they're cheap enough anyway. So just just buy the shirt, stop being cheap. Fuck you. I needed that like 5 missions ago. And okay, I'm just gonna just to victory that shit, and then we're gonna back up. But I forget what we hunting again. Oh, we're hunting a Carnifex. If it's some small indie title that definitely like actually deserves the exposure, then yeah, I would say buying from anywhere like Momoga is a dick move. Holy shit! If we can't victory any of that, I need to keep guys close to the chest, otherwise we are going to run into issues. Like what fucking Tarkus is doing right now. I need him behind so that we don't get pulled apart. That's it. That's it. Keep it together. Keep killing the fucking lictors and warriors that keep coming at us. Eventually we will be able to deal with the tide of ranged fire that's coming at us. Get him up. Right, and I think, yeah, we've largely got it now. Actually starting to get the numbers back together. That was too far forward. That hive node is definitely not helping. We spray some rockets and some artillery in that direction. Yeah, we've nothing else to quickly deal with that, do we? And we'll just wait for Tarkus to regenerate, to recharge. Take a minute anyway. There's a small indie title. I was about to make that point. Fuck you, Devar. As I say, if they deserve it, like definitely titles like, for example, Domina and The Isle come to mind, where the dev is clearly just a piece of shit. Then fine, fuck them. But talking for like little titles that definitely deserve the success, like Hades, for example, which definitely started as a small title, definitely isn't anymore. That shit got big. There we go, that's it, kill all of that. Well, let's deal with this first so we don't have to turn around again. There we are. There we are, that's it, we're cleaning out the nids. So we just got this Ravener to deal with. And let's proceed forward. There we go. There we are. And then we get back, there's a new wave just spawned. Hopefully we can drag him along with us. The best diaries will automatically train animals out of hearing, but it won't make you a woman. God, these dev diaries are fucking wild. In it. He went off the deep end, man, and this is the thing, people who hate trans are fucking... Tell you what, they are devoted. I'm going to charge it. There we are. And we are going to go ham. Actually, what the fuck am I doing? Let's switch everyone to melee so we can take the Carnifex's lunch money. And we're going to get back because we've taken too much damage. I mean, we've already hurt it by half, so that's not bad. So we're going to get back. Give her a heal. And let's go back in. Alright, let's take his lunch money. That's it, take his lunch money! Let me just flip those two back over to melee, and we're good to go. Yeah, spawning Raveners and Rippers. What an, what an asshole combo. I'm very happy I took Thaddeus with me on this one, actually. He's made dealing with these rushes a lot easier. Right, let's just start wading through and start wasting shit. We've got quite a bit to deal with, so we're going to move to this position. And start mashing shit. So let's see how much we can deal with. I'm going to send Abathis back. He's getting a little bit too far forward for my liking. We got one nest. Also accused the entire Valve staff of being trans in one of the diaries. Okay. There's very much a, you know, the world is set against me sort of mentality, so, you know, crack on, mate. Okay, there it goes. That health bar is clearly bugged. I mean, it's still registering as there, but I'm pretty sure that's just bugged, so it is what it is. I say whoever the fuck that dev is, he's clearly devoted, so he can crack on. I mean, he's ostracized himself successfully because, you know, whatever your views on trans are, I'm sorry, but it's definitely what's accepted in the business world now. And because business acumen-wise, you know, if you're going against such things is definitely bad juju and earns you nothing but bad press. So business-wise, like, it's not a good decision. So clearly he felt so strongly that he was willing to sabotage his business for his views. To which I say, I respect the dedication, but no, frankly. Shut the fuck up. It's very silly. Like, I'm generally more right-leaning and I have somewhat extreme. Yeah. Well, along with WoW, like, some people telling me that his Twitter is just 10 times worse. That don't shock me, to be honest. Kill the Lictor. Now we just have to kill this. Are the Rippers seriously giving us that much of an issue? Alright, now we have to turn around and kill this. There we go. Now can we just kill this, please? Holy shit. Come on. Yeah. I say, look, when it comes to the whole fucking trans thing, I am contractually obligated by Twitch to say that I am totally for it. For legal purposes, that was a joke. But, yeah. I'm very much a, I don't care what your sexual alignment, wait, what alignment? Like it's D&D. But, I very much, like, don't care about what your, identity, like gender identity is on that front. I'm very much what can you do sort of guy. And it's also a case of like, each time I've explained to a trans person, I don't care that you're trans. Is it because you hate trans people? No, it's because I don't fucking care. It has nothing to do with me and I very much don't have a horse in this race. You know what I mean? It's not I hate you personally. Personally, I give about as much of a shit as about a trans person as I do anyone else on the fucking train, you know? I don't care. Okay? I'm not for it, I'm not against it, I am apathetic to it. Which, you know, the crowd who like to peddle the whole allies crap, you know, they're definitely going to call me against it for that, because they're very much, if you're not with us, you're against us sort of crowd. Frankly, I don't care. You know what I mean? If you think you're not happy in the body you're in, cool, get it changed. I think you should be free to do that, because I'm all about freedom. But don't expect me to fight your corner, because I just don't care. I literally do not have a horse in this race. And that's my piece. But hey, if you think Corona isn't real, you do you. If you're a transphobe, you do you. Exactly. If you want to hate them, great, whatever. But holy shit, this guy is pretty much clung to every conspiracy on the market. He has very much gone conspiracy shopping, I will say. I keep thinking that's Cyrus still. I'm actually going to back this. I've done significant damage to them now so that I can just sweep through. Because this is definitely the hardest center of their position, so very much just sweat through it. You know, I should be able to come back and wipe all this out. But we're very much coming to the end of the game now. We've done most of the missions we're going to be expected. Like, these are definitely the scripted missions. Like, the missions are actually a set, like, map. Everything after this is probably just going to be like a defense or something, which, you know. If I run into the point where I'm only on defenses, at that point I'm just grinding score for Angel of Death rank. And at that point I'm just going to do the final mission and get it over with. Yeah, like I say, when it comes to that kind of crap, I just don't have a horse in the race. I don't care. I'm not going to come out in support of these guys just as much as I'm not going to come out and support against it. You know, I'm apathetic. As you say, the guy who the dominant dev is literally just gone shopping for every conspiracy he could get his hands on. It is impressive the levels of self-delusion that this guy has stooped to, and I do assume it's a guy. I mean, insanity does not know a gender. But yeah. He is definitely devoted to his craft, and his craft is being a lunatic. There we are. Oh, we're starting to sweep through now. We've definitely broken the back of the Tyranid spawners, so now we can just clean up the rest. And just sweep through there. So we should be able to deal with most of this pretty quickly. Because, you know, we've got some melee ones in here as well. Yeah, there you go, now they've died off. And they're harder to deal with because they've got that synapse generator, which is actually pretty easy to kill. So now they're not being charged up, we can kill them even easier. There we go. Really? That didn't splat it. Kill it. Kill it. There we go.
Move on to the next target, brothers.
Now, the only last one is here. Really should have moved on first, but, you know. Whatever. Right, we should be able to back that and we'll get there quicker. Right, if you look at the one dev diary where he went, take off the fucking mask, what are you afraid of, getting laid, quote by the way, yeah, I saw that one, that was great. That was all fun and games, had a chuckle, but when some people went based in the comments, and some people went based in the comments, but when he started doing the full transphobe, yeah, real surprise. No. Say the guy went off the wagon, he's free to, but you know, I'm not. Just don't come at me with a surprise Pikachu face when literally everybody hates you and you get taken off Steam. Alright? Valve have very much made their position on the matter known. And, you know, it's a bit like me coming out and directly criticizing everything Twitch stands for. You know, like, at the end of the day, I'm on their platform. And whilst I'm definitely not just gonna blindly tow their wagon, I'm also not gonna bite the hand that feeds me, you know? So, you know, it's, you know, if he's all surprised that, wow, I'm being censored, shut up, fuck off. Easy.
You have bought Meridian precious time.
I'm aware.
With the apex creature
Oh my,
dead,
recite.
Imperial
Oh,
Guard
let's fill
forces
this.
are deploying to eradicate the smaller organisms.
That is a delaying tactic at best, Commander. Unless they destroy every microscopic spore, the infestation will eventually resurface.
I know, it's brilliant.
We cannot allow Meridian to fall, Commander.
Well, I'm not biased.
I have no love for the planetary nobility, but the billions below them must be saved.
We are
Banging.
warriors, not saviors.
I would argue that can sometimes be the same thing.
What does that even mean?
That we are the
Oh, I
Emperor's
gotta use that.
angels of death, not his angels of mercy. Leave saving to the confessors and the holy sisters.
How can you be so blind? We are weapons, but we fight for all those whom the Emperor protects. Here, today.
As another guy I talked to said about this, he seems like the kind of indie dev who had a bit of a hit, generated a bit of hype to his name, slowly fell off and went mad trying to get the attention back. Yeah, you see that a lot. No, I don't know if anybody... Raiders on the run.
Commander, Eldar raids continue amid the chaos.
It's a new Stormbolter.
They have deployed...
I would definitely use. Still nothing particularly spectacular. We'll do another defense just to get the additional deployments. And then we'll keep bopping missions as they come up.
Foundry can weather an attack, but the generators powering it are much more fragile. If the swarm destroys those,
I should have taken
we will no
Dual.
longer have access to the foundry.
Oh well. Dual Orb
regardless of
Cyrus.
the state.
Then they will not fall.
Right, they're coming up this way.
At your command. Reposition. Brothers,
I wonder if Avitus can use the Stormbolter, because then he would actually chuck out a lot more damage. But yeah, as I was about to say, an internet guy who suffered a very similar fate is I don't expect anybody except me knows him, depending on how long you've been on the internet / how much you were into American personas. Back in like the early days of like that guy with the glasses and shit. But fucking Spoonie. Bob. Yeah, Spoonie of he called his little. He actually hosted his own website because that's how early in the day it was. You had to host your own website to get your videos out there. But you know, he actually got fairly popular, but he very much turned into his own worst enemy. He got a bit popular, generated a bit of hype, started falling off because he didn't even necessarily express any extreme views. He was just generally abrasive, and people didn't want to be around him. And then around about the same time, Trump got elected. Actually, to be fair, a little bit before that, he very much started to spiral. And it does. And the story of Spoonie does very much read like a bit like a Greek tale in that, you know, it was a man who gained fame but lost it to his greatest enemy, himself. You know, like I say, he was generally an abrasive guy, very much liked to get in his own head a lot. I mean, and he fucked up as a direct result. You know what I mean? It was hard to see because he was my favorite. Because, you know, when he was very much known for like riffing and, you know, going on very good rants. To be fair, he could rant with the best of them. You know, like when he had a point to make, you know, you could barely shut him up, and he was always fairly funny. That's why he was fun to watch. You know, it was tough to see. Like, you hate to see it, but I think everybody on the internet has to see it at least once. You know, to see their favorite creator go down like that. And I definitely think it's harder. Hey Ben. I definitely think it's harder to see your favorite creator go down a rabbit hole and go crazy than it is to see them quit. I mean, I've had the unlucky.
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Curious Cedric. Welcome. Thank you very much. But as I was saying, yeah, I've had the unfortunate pleasure of having seen both the ways that an internet personality, most painful ways both internet personality go down. One.
It will.
One to his own madness, and the other one. What's that, bro? So your name is eerily reminiscent of D&D. I would wager a question: is that name a reference to a D&D character of yours? Because it definitely sounds like it. And if not, you should play D&D with that name. You get you pretty far. But yeah. So I watched Spoonie go down to his own bloody madness, and I watched, and you know, I was after Spoonie. My favorite fucking creator was Total Biscuit. You know, cynical Brit and all that shit. And I loved him to bits. He was very much towing very much into what I was into. He produced a lot of content that I loved to watch. He did a bit of esports. He did it like amateur esports even. He did a bit of first impressions, a lot of games and stuff, and it was great. And then he dies of fucking bowel cancer. That shit hurt. So, you know, when it comes to internet creators, I've loved and lost. And my sexy boy. What's up, Vinny? We've got the last. This is the last wave, so we've done pretty well. We've had no downs. We're actually going to push into this. And that should take care of that. So then, as soon as we open fire on the rest of it, so the Carnifex is coming. There he is. Let's deal with his entourage first. Come on, there he goes. And we're going to back him off. Cedric is a friend of mine. I said he'd like you. Ah, look at you peddling word of mouth again. But yes, welcome. Alright, let's kick his ass. Take his lunch money. That's it. Take his lunch money. Take his lunch money. Kick him! Oh, that's never funny. That's never not funny. Just a bunch of Terminators just punching the knees of a Carnifex. Just like the gang of bullies in a playground. Pushing around the fat kid. Oh, it's silly. It's very silly. Cedric is German/German speaking. Don't.
Well done.
I think they need is for Tavara to have someone to talk to where I can't understand what they're. Oh god, here we go. Where I now can't understand what the fuck they're saying. Right, that gets me my additional deployments. So we are going to run over to Meridian again,
Commander, elements of the...
and we're going to quickly do this. Korea is German for Korea, so I kind of expected it. True. I say, that name would get you far in D&D, my friend. We're going to get the Stormbolter. Hopefully I can stick it on Avitus and amplify his range damage stupidly.
Commander, the Eldar have deployed to protect their vehicle.
Naturally.
I have marked its location on your map.
We are prepared to engage, Commander.
Okay, Seer Council are going to have a great time against all these Terminators. And that they did. They instantly downed fucking Avitus. Get back. More Seer Council. Running back. Yeah. But yes, if Vinny says you'll enjoy me, he's generally right. Because all the people that Vinny's turned on to me, they've all had a good time. Right, and teleport. Fuck you. That's it. Melt him. Why was he down already? Fucking Avitus. Useless. I pass on only the best, naturally. And you know, I am the best streamer on Twitch, as we all know. And I'm only kept down because of the unfair agenda being kept by Twitch themselves. Wop.
Coordinates fixed. Take your position, brother.
Yeah, so we're very much in the closing stages of Best, aka Grizz. Yeah, thanks. Shut up. Grizz is okay. He's just about as reliable as he's he's just about as reliable as custard cement. All right. Oh, they just go for Avitus, don't they? Just shoot him, shoot him. And say the Guardians die pretty quickly.
Standard movement.
Would you just squish him? Finally, Jesus. Splat. There we go. Oh yeah, we're just running through the last few missions to get some equipment and shit for the last mission in this game. We're gonna trigger the immortality on this one. There we go, and we're all gonna run for the point, and now we're okay. Easy. To be fair, because we're now big and beefy, Eldar are having a hard time. I mean, dealing with us. Except for the Seer Councils, because Seer Councils care not for your vibe. Right, we need to grab this because it is the last point for the boss fight. Yep. And right in the middle of them, give the merciless strike to the asshole fucking shrieking bitches, whose names I forget. Howling Banshees, there it is. Then we move in slowly, move in the range forces because we don't need to set up, remember. We can in fact fire on the move. Pull the Force Commander back because he is the squishiest Marine in the group and he has standard pattern Astartes armor on. Oop, there's a big boy. Let's kill that. And I'm going to teleport Thaddeus right next to it and tell him to kill it. this has gone a little bit further south than I would have liked. And splat. Come on, just kill it already. Jesus Christ, finally, thank you. And let's re-up a bit. It's been a bit crazy. Good. Right. I have lost my train of thought. So we shall heal and move on. When you lose a train of thought, it's often easier to start a new one than to try and regain the old one. I'm sorry, whom's the fuck? Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to shell that, and then we're going to fall back. Which will cause them to all get a little bit too curious. Splat! Oh, I love it when you overkill them with range fire like that and they just explode into gibs. And there it is, Seer Council again. And so we need to deal with that Seer Council as a priority. Can I just like, there we go. Why are we trying to punch them? Stop that. God, they're just some poncy fucking Eldar. How long does it take to squish him? It should take no more effort than a gnat. You have power fists on by standard. Right, let's deal with the rest of this shit. But now we just have to like shoot the these rangers out of their building. Shouldn't be too hard. There's one. There's the other. Right. Now we got to move up and deal with this Falcon grav tank. I don't know why they're setting me after a Falcon fucking grav tank. I'm literally just going to turn on melee on everyone and take his lunch money. Much as I did with the Tarn effects. With the Seer Council dead, the rest of this is going to go down nice and easy. Nice. Just Terminator armor is silly. Splat. There you go. There is little 9 Terminators can't kill, I will be honest. There you go. There you go. Just, as we walk, we're going to flatten the local infrastructure because apparently the local Mechanicus sect needed something to do. Right, and now we're going to turn on all of that. We're going to turn on the invincibility, and we're going to surround him and take his lunch money. Hey, he's not allowed to move. There we go. There's the disables. That's it. Take his lunch money. King Eldar nerds. Just what's he gonna do? Like, the more melee hits we get off, the more likely it is he's going to be disabled. Ancient. Okay. Well. Right, now that he's spawned friends, I'm gonna back up. Let's get his lunch money. Just bullying the Eldar. We are literally. When it's all Terminators like that, it does feel like the big kids in the playground. Right, now he's clearly got this some kind of charge that he's doing that's killing all the ads, which is fine because then we're just going to push back in. What the fuck? Suddenly Wraith Lord? I mean, I'm just going to take his lunch money too. There we go. It's a weaker vehicle. What do you think's gonna happen next? Everything I have is up. Okay, is he just gonna walk off? Okay, fine. That's cool by me, bro. Just gonna roll this way. I mean, out of this, I get a Stormbolter, which should hopefully push up Abatus's damage. Because right now, he's just got a default assault cannon, which is good, sure, but better can be found. I would really like a named. Get back. A named assault cannon for him. I forget how dangerous that is. Because now I got to send Tarkus back, and all I really want to do is kill this guy's escorts.
This is Abatus.
Give the word.
Because if I get too close, he's going to spot me and he's going to shoot again. There he goes. Oh, this is bullshit. Alright, that's fine. Thinking about how I'm going to get around this.
At your command.
Right, that should be enough. Should now be able to get to position on time. Okay, how do I do with this?
Assault squad, ready to deploy.
I don't imagine a tarantula turret will bait him out in any meaningful way. I'm hoping it will bait out his mates, though. It is not baiting out his mates. So we are going to roll forwards. Hopefully kill the Eldar ants that are in the way. Forward, forward, very quickly, forward. That's why. If we could just kill these guardians at least, that'd be pog. Whilst he wastes his time there. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Now we can actually start doing a little bit of damage to him, whilst the rest of the squads recover. So this one guardian's not going to succeed in doing an awful lot of anything. That's it. That's it. Whilst the guardian wants to make himself known, we're just going to splat, and that's it. Alvis is good to come back, and now so is Tarkus. Yeah, I think he's got a charge or something that's causing that. That's it. Keep him disabled, and we should have this. Holy shit! I love thunder hammers. There we are. There we go. And that gives Cyrus a... I think that's his last sniper rifle, actually. Unseen bonus. Banging.
The Falcon has fallen to Earth.
Let's go. It was a weird one to throw at me, but sure, why not? I mean, I'm slowly chipping through these missions. To be fair, as soon as I get to the point where there's like no equipment being offered that I really care about, I'm just going to do the final mission. Because I think I'm already at that point, because yeah, that's no good for us. That would have been good for a normal Tarkus. That's no good. We'll just do the final mission now, I think. So we're going to scrap this, scrap these. Not that it gives me anything right now. Where's Cyrus? Look at that, level 8 sniper rifle. I just haven't found one for ages. But finally, I now have a really good one. To recover health and damage, reloads less frequently. That's what we need. That makes him pog. We can give it to Avitus. We are now broken. Right, let's go. Let's actually just go do the last one. There's nothing else really. That's just a defense.
Commander.
Another Hive Tyrant. Don't care. Right.
Commander.
Let's go for the final. Right, so this is the last mission of Dawn of War 2 normal. After this, it will be Chaos Rising.
The vile intelligence at the heart of the Hive Fleet has made itself vulnerable.
Because the plot demanded it.
As its tendrils tap into the planet below. Feed it the poison we have developed. No matter the cost, you must bring it low.
Wait, so why do we need the astronomic array then? To scan it for a weakness if it was just going to come forward and make itself weakened anyway. I mean, I suppose we couldn't have known that, but still.
Commander, the Hive Fleet feeds through massive capillary towers.
Naturally. I mean, those are capillaries. They're microscopic on a human scale.
Each tower draws from many veins in the surrounding terrain. These veins...
Don't ask it how it's doing that. It's literally sucking a planet dry. Or what digestive method it's doing to eat stone, metal. Redeem the past of the chapter. I mean, the only redeeming I need to do is is that of you know, stealing everyone's shit. Practically invincible. This is 40k. We can still challenge it to one-on-one combat. You idiot. Oh, true. Not wrong.
Space Marines approaching.
Sergeant Merrick.
What is it? What is up, my based fellows?
Valkyrie, sir. Scan us across the damn landscape. It'll take more than a few bruises to take us out of the fire.
I feel like that's a little unrealistic size comparison. I feel like the Terminator should be bigger. I feel like the Terminator should be much bigger than that.
Right, Morris. 4
Form survivors into full squads, and then inventory what gear we have left. Vacant. Get the remains of the first squad into a perimeter, and then get that blasted Auspex working.
Get to that position, brothers.
Right, tell him to go there. We'll put Avitus there. We'll put Thaddeus out front to catch anyone who gets a little bit too close. We'll accidentally kick over the sandbags.
Underway.
Movement detected. Aliens on approach.
Enemy attacks from the north.
Leave that a little. They're a little quiet because I've had to turn the master volume down too much.
Here to take our worlds away from us. I, for one, do not intend to let that happen. Form up into defensive firing lines.
Ah, Merrick.
Commander,
You're too good for standard guardsman duty.
tarantulas are ready to drop on your position.
Literally, 40k is just the epitome of if the universe is so big, why won't it fight me? And then the universe going, oh, bet. The universe going talking mad shit for someone within Tyranid distance.
Get ready. Here they come.
Right, now we shall commence the Dakar. Hopefully with Avitus with an actual bloody named ranged weapon, this should be easy. And it very much is. Why are we not going for the warrior? It's just kind of been given a free run. There we go. We're just going to move Avitus to the middle, I think. There we go. Now he's got a bit more of a fair range of fire. I don't know why these guardsmen have ventured so far out, considering they're not the fucking boys in gigantic armor. I mean, to be fair, the assault does get a bit more manic later, but this is very much a last stand mission. Splat. And so that's why we have Thaddeus in case some of the gaunts get a little too close. And then we're going to turn around and keep providing fire support for the Guardy boys. Just going to spray some rockets on that. There we go. So once the Terminators set their sights on it, it dies very quickly. Really, we're already 50%? Gosh, that was not. Put the Force Commander out. Oh, why it's still giving us gear? We're not going to be able to make use of it. Right. I mean, it's very true that the reason why the Space Marines succeed in this game is because the game needed them to. Because realistically, a small handful of Space Marines versus a fucking Hive fleet is it's not even close to realistic. I mean, to be fair. Tyranid Hive Fleet versus the Astral Engine. It's not the same scale, but it's basically just as incredible. And by incredible, I mean the actual definition of incredible, which is to mean it's so astounding that it defies credit. Okay. I feel like Avitus, now that he has an actually named weapon, he's doing silly damage, despite the fact that he no longer has a suppression weapon. I mean, almost through the poison, I've not even felt threatened once just yet. Although, to be fair, they've not really thrown anything more than gaunts at us. Again, it's not really that much of a threat, I'm going to be honest. We just 2 victory through that crowd and basically they all fall over. Fucking survivors? Really? Fucking how? I mean, guardsmen can last more than 30 seconds in this environment? Kudos. Well, they've ran all the way up there, so now they deserve their fate. Why are you not running towards the large armored guys on your side? I can't remember the point where we get the rest of the boys to complete the troop, of which we get Thule and Cyrus. Yay. Cool. All buggies successfully splatted because Terminators. Oop. He's actually super weak. So we should just be able to shoot that. Yeah, we're just gonna shoot him and kill him with bolter fire. Hang on, I didn't even need an anti-vehicle weapon for that. I feel like they didn't balance the final mission, I'm gonna be honest.
We need to
That.
administer another dose of biotoxin at a second site. There are exposed veins further along the ridge.
Naturally.
Survivors from 3rd Platoon. Fall in and join the fight, Guardsman.
Alright, where are we going? Oh, we're going just over here. Okay. Here we go. Here come the boys. About to complete the squad. I'm gonna have to shake the movements around, to be fair. I'm gonna put Thaddeus on 5. I'm gonna put Thaddeus on 6. Cyrus on 4. Thule on 5. I think that is the plan. Hello. Yay, it's the sneaky boys and the opposite. Right, everyone's kitted out, everyone's level 20, so this should get nice and easy. You're on 4, mate. You are on 6. You are on 5.
Target acknowledged.
Alright, let's crack on. The main reason I put it on I put Cyrus on 4 all the time is because my muscle memory is just drilled in that the high-powered shot is just 4 then W. But now that we have with DoWII, we have a suppression weapon again. So you know, game just got even easier. But I think this is where it starts putting me up against actually threatening Tyranid enemies. And splat, especially because DoWII likes to draw fire like an absolute hero. The shame with this mission isn't like the last one in Chaos Rising, where they just consistently drop normal Marines. Yeah. Wait, so it actually feels like a. Because to be fair, the final mission of Chaos Rising feels like an actual like invasion almost. Like you feel like an actual force, not just the small band of ragtag heroes. But obviously, the small band of ragtag heroes is very much what 2 was going for.
Look alive this way.
Like 2 vanilla is what I mean. Let's position, boys. Out squad. My boy Steve Bloom can stay where he is whilst I poison this. Actually, let's condense a little. Shrink into this corner. Stick the force commander there. We'll keep Thaddeus where he is. And you're going to. Oh, but so he's going to deploy tarantula guns because that's going to help us out. Oh, here come the boys. Fucking love guardsmen. I just sincerely hope they get the fuck back before they all go off. Okay, could have been worse. Now we just stick where we are. Where the fuck are you going? Stick near the center. Fucking guardsmen have no survival instinct. Holy shit. Right, I also have the super mega sweep on a Thule, so let's use it. I think I positioned that a little bit too far forward, so he's not going to do it. That's fine. We'll wait for the next wave to come out. Move Thaddeus up, Tarkus up a bit. I'm going to say goodnight. Goodnight, Korea. Cedric. We'll use Cedric because it's easier for me to say. Good night. Nice to have you, man. And in the case of Vinny, I apologise, just in general. I mean, the tarantula turrets are definitely giving them something to chew on. This new sniper rifle for Cyrus is great. It's just a shame that he only gets to use it in the last fucking mission. I'm actually going to move everyone up a bit. Yeah, I feel a bit better about that. I'm just going to have Thaddeus in the mix of it in case they get a bit too close. He can just start bopping them. He's in a. Yeah, there you go. He's in an animation there. So right, let's do the rat-a-tat. Oh yeah. High explosive bug repellent right there. An entire horde of Hormagaunts just falls over. Brilliant. Beautiful. And the guardsmen are doing God's work by being eaten and delaying one of the pushes for us. I'm going to give them some artillery support. Yeah, it's gonna. I think we can just about reach them if I do this here. Oh yeah. God, I love that. Let's see. It's just so good. Thank you. Thank you, game, for telling me that that's a good position. I wouldn't have known otherwise. Yeah, this is going fairly well. I literally just hold up in a corner and I'm fine. Also, I know the mission gets harder in a bit, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. Get a little bit closer so that the Marines realise you're there. There we go. I think there's only one more? Question mark? I know, remember. Accurate, but there's always Tyranids to kill, to be fair, so it's kind of hard to be wrong on that count. I mean, numerically, obviously, the Tyranids are probably the most successful life force because the life form, because we don't know how far the Tyranid swarm actually extends. Probably in the universe. As we know, apparently they've. Not as we know, it's been all but confirmed that the Tyranid swarm actually has actually like consumed entire galaxies before it got to ours. And what we're currently dealing with is only the vanguard of a much larger force. But you know, if there's anything this galaxy is good at, it's eternal war and winning in spite of having absolutely no chance of doing so, because, like I say, 40k, just challenge it to a one-on-one fight and win. In the most honourable theatre of combat, melee. Where the Tau don't ever win. There we go. Keep earning that paycheck, Steve. Easy. We're just that fucking good.
Target destroyed.
But the hives here on the ground will recover soon enough.
Alright, so let's go kill them all.
I can assure you that we will not last long.
And the Armageddon is gone. We have nowhere to fall back to.
Come, Thaddeus. Did you imagine any of us would return from this mission?
No.
Based.
I suppose I did not. But I cannot imagine a better end than this.
I don't know.
Then I guess we better take us.
I'd rather die having known I shoved my fist straight into Abaddon's face.
Well said indeed, Abaddon.
Alright, let's fuck them up.
Brothers, make yourselves ready.
And may we meet again at the right side of the Emperor.
As opposed to the left. Scringe. Kill as many nids as possible. Alright, I'm just gonna pull these guys together. If you guys want to join the party over this way, that'd be sound. See, these guys were smart. They stood next to the Marines. Push them up a little bit. Woo. This they pulled the Carnifexes out a bit quick, didn't they? That was the wrong button. Good to get the high explosive bug repellent out. Call Thaddeus back. I don't know where we're calling reinforcements in from, by the way. There, Steve Bloom's down. Pull him back. Ooh, big blue lines of plot convenience. Flat. Hey, I knew it'd be fine. Because we're just that fucking good.
This is Gabriel Angelos to the commanding forces on Typhon. Do you read? The fleet has arrived.
Miraculously enough.
You shall not fall this day. Commander, we have dropped a spread of relay beacons. Make your way to the closest one and activate it, so we have a fix on your position.
What you say?
I'm getting readings from one of the beacons, Commander. Marking it on that display.
I'm doing something. Give me a minute. Nah, I think I'm going to be fine. I'm already executing another order.
Hone your zeal, brothers.
What the fuck are they? Is it just spawning in dudes because I'm getting a bit too too far forward? I mean, to be fair, one thing I will say, I give the mission a lot of shit, but this was like back in the day, especially when I first played it, one of the coolest fucking final missions going. It's easy. I think we're gonna just keep killing shit.
No mercy for the
Forward.
misguided.
Because I hadn't actually played 1 before I played 2, like properly. I never played the campaign through, should I say. In fact, you want to know how fucked this is? My first exposure to the actual story of 1 was through the book. You know, the one written by C.S. Scotto, that dickhead. I read that shit, and that was the first 40k book I ever actually read. And obviously, I look back on it now, and it's not great. But I think I read it at just the right time, as an introduction. Because whilst it is complete crap in terms of lore, what it is it does sell the silliness of the universe pretty well. And it doesn't do anything too egregious, like the whole Blood Angels and Necrons being friends thing, which is unforgivable on any count, honestly. I'm gonna keep killing shit. There we go. Splat. How much health these things fucking have, man. Keep moving it up because I believe it's there. I'm not gonna get all of them, but yeah, big who cares. Largely killing these nests for pleasure. Dang. I think it was a bold decision by GW to go with to make the nids as fleshy as they are. Because like the obvious comparison is the Zerg, and I kind of find the Zerg to be a funny comparison because obviously StarCraft borrowed so much from 40k anyway that having the nids be so incredibly inspired by the Zerg very much decomposed out of like the nids and the Zerg. It's just fun to see that 40k just borrowed back a bit. StarCraft didn't borrow. Yeah, no, he just straight up stole that shit.
Falcon Tactical Squad repositioning.
No, you can say it very much did. I mean, it took the Space Marines, made them more common and southern, which I consider fun. I mean, it made the ethereal ancient race a lot cooler in the form of the Protoss, because I actually love the Protoss. I fucking hate the Eldar. Obviously, all southern humans is pretty cool. And then obviously the Zerg as a proper Hiver race, which of course is not a new concept. I don't remember how early Alien is. Even though Alien very much didn't have the whole xenomorph extended lore thing going at the time of the first mission. It was just at the time of the first movie. It was just the Nostromo having a creepy creature on it.
Turn it down.
Oh, is it our boy? StarCraft was supposed to be a 40k licensed game like Dawn of War, but DW retracted the license at the end of development, so they just kind of kit bash factions, and now we have what we have. Really? This I did not know. I actually didn't know that. Yay, we have brothers. And no fair, his armor's cooler than mine. He didn't work for it. Right, I forget what we're doing. There you go, lots of boys have dropped.
We have one more task in this cursed place.
I bet you it takes place here.
The hive mind is using a powerful
Yes, it is.
creature to maintain control over its land-based forces.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that the that StarCraft was supposed to be licensed. I genuinely didn't know that. I thought they just borrowed, because where Warcraft was very much inspired by like the metal fantasy sort of thing from the 80s. Yeah, you know the kind I mean, like the really old school fantasy, like the really ugly drawings and shit. Oh, like brothers. Oh, excuse me. But I'm trying to find a way of explaining it because it's hard to describe. But yeah, it was like the very early fantasy drawings. I'm talking like first edition D&D shit. And Warcraft was very much based off of that. And so it's not too much of a extraction and a removal of logic to say that StarCraft was inspired similarly by 40k, which would have been around the same time as Warcraft was getting off the ground. Because 40k was properly introduced I think it was 80. That was awesome. In 84. And there he is. DoWII nicked the license when NIDS, Eldar, Imperium were already implemented, so when they did, Blizzard just had to do their best to rework that shit into a game. Really? But that would have been in, back in 90... Would have been in 99, I think, was when the first when the first, shit. I'm gonna have to do that again, aren't I?
Let this dark day fuel the fires of vengeance.
Your wounds are healed, Commander.
Yeet. That was very yeet. Holy shit. No, that means nothing to me. I'm gonna have to do it again. Fuck's sake. Oh, it wouldn't be one of my streams if it went smoothly. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Get on with it. Yeah, that would imply that that GW had the note to self: don't just surround him and try to kill him quick. Back off when he does that. It's primarily annoying because the issue is with it. Also, I can't back from that position because the point is so far away. This means I'm gonna have to spread the range guys out. Yeah, get on with it. Get on with it. Holy shit, this mission takes long enough. I mean, luckily with the with these two first holdouts, I can just leave them where they are. Oh yeah, as I was saying. Yeah, that would imply that that GW had the concept for the NIDS as early as 99. And when did the NIDS come out, actually? This I do not know.
Right, Morris. Form survivors into full
Yeah, I don't actually know when the NIDS got introduced properly into 40k. I mean, how long has it been since we had a new faction? Like a properly new faction. Like, I suppose the most recent army set to get released would have been Sisters. I mean, they've just rewritten the Chaos Demon rules. Why does it take? Oh, I didn't administer the. I'm making this take longer than it needs to. Oh, fuck's sake. But yeah.
Biotoxin delivery.
Let me just wait. But yeah. I don't know when the NIDS came out.
Enemy attacks from the north.
And the thing is that the Zerg were already between NIDS and Zerg. I honestly prefer Zerg. Obviously, StarCraft universe not being any near as expansive as 40k, and 40k has just been going longer, at least about 15 years longer, I think. I am here because I have no better stuff to do. Hey, you've just discovered the actual purpose of Twitch. Welcome, Jazz. Yeah, Jazz Lorenko or just Lorenko? I'm going to call you Lorenko. I mean, the Zerg converted Kerrigan and SC1, so I'd assume that maybe in development back then would have been altered after. Yeah, same. Kerrigan was SC1. And you know, the story in 1 was obviously very basic because it didn't need to be much. I mean, for fuck's sake, Warcraft was literally just orc human done. didn't need anything else, and then it develops into more later. But yeah, the first and second games were just like orcs versus humans. And never orcs versus humans again. Zerg cannot win against Tyranids? Yeah, obviously in a straight fight, of course not. But thematically speaking, between the two, I like Zerg better. I feel they just have more going on, or at least the main difference being... Don't forget the turret. Ah, yes, thank you. I think they just have more going on, and I think that's primarily by virtue of course, they know that the Zerg have had their own game, and they had technically 2 campaigns actually. You count one in SC1 and the one in Brood War. You know, they've just had more development about them. At least we've been told more about them, whereas the Nids are just like, yeah, they're an unstoppable tide, they evolve a lot, they generally have an answer to everything. Bugs. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I feel like the differences between them are a bit weird, because as you can see, like, they're a bit weird. I hate final missions because you get good gear and you can't use. Yeah, unless you do what I did and just fuck it hard and like the final fight because you're me. I mean, to be fair, I've already got the best kit I could hope for, so I largely don't care. But yeah, between the two, I very much prefer Zerg. And no, it's not just because they have Hot Lady at the head of them. It's because I actually quite like the race, like in terms of like how they look and what their laws like. Scuff the final fight just so you can experience it again. And I did that shit on purpose. It was on. I didn't fuck it because I failed to follow the mechanics. I fucked it because I wanted to do all of this all over again because I'm clever. Because, you know, this game has already taken 3 streams and I just want to take a little bit longer. Because I'm just clever like that. And you know, say like, at least these like little swarmy bits where you're just having to hold out against the tide of Nids, they don't appear to have balanced this with Primarch difficulty or just how much gear I've gotten. Because like every one of the squads is level 20. Every one of the squads has a weapon armor piece that's at least level 18, if not higher. You know, I'm largely just waiting for this to be over. So yeah, that's not on by the way. Because I kind of got this big thing going on right now. You know, see how long we go for after this. Because to be fair, after this mission, it's then like the outro, and then we're done. So to be fair, that does go into the playlist, so it will play next time. Whenever the next time I have a song request on. Which is the point, I have to decide what I'm playing after this, by which I mean like main playthrough. Anime waifu time? Probably, yeah. I mean, that is what was promised. 2 more campaigns left. Oh yeah, we will be doing Rising and Retribution at some point. I mean, to be honest, I will probably end up doing Retribution more than once. Because Retribution is a super short campaign. And I really want to do the Guard campaign, the Chaos campaign, and the Orc campaign. How much of that I'll do on stream, I don't know, because they're all very samey. But, you know, that's just something I want to do. Because Orc campaign is, like, the dialogue in that's fucking hilarious. Chaos campaign, because we never get to, because, you know, we basically never do anything Chaos related on this channel, and I'd like to do so. Khaine, a broken decent right? Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah. It's like I say, I want to do that, and that should be fun. And that is, Duel already went down. I remember if that's Khaine reminds me of one of the guys in the Eldar. Oh, the I know the one you mean. The champion, the aspiring champion. And to be fair, yeah, I generally turn Khaine into a range boy as well. Yeah, goddamn, I forgot about him. Yeah, so did the rest of the world. Okay, I'm having a problem because Thule is a bit trapped, so I'm gonna have to give it one of these. Of giving him an autocannon. Oh yeah, the handheld autocannon on Khaine is fucking stupid, and it's brilliant. Oh, for God's sake, right. Where is... Why is Tarkus in that group? Stop it.
Repositioning.
I'm gonna have to do this because fucking Thule is stuck.
Charges set.
Drop pod stuck, please. We're dead.
Ready for
And
orders.
what? That didn't work.
Ready. Now you are a devastator. Kill.
Yeah, but because I'm the level of hyper nerd that I'm at, I like to walk forward. Walk forward. Come on, please. You can do it. I do believe in you.
Brothers, go.
I do believe Thule is just flat out stuck. There's nothing I can do about that because for some reason I can't break the drop pod.
Scouts here, still engaged.
Oh, for God's sake, right. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this.
Where go? Show us
Formation, brothers.
Hopefully it'll just like reset at some point and I'll just get Thule later. Like, normally you can select the drop pods and they do have a health value, so you can break them down. But it would appear in this case no. So Thule is just stuck. Nothing. Left to do nothing but pound the ground angrily. Yeah. The thing I like to do is I generally run Eliphas as a melee unit, because of course. Primarily because his mace later in the game and his ability where he like hits the ground and it creates the 8-pointed star in like rock formation. It's not only really cool, but it's also damn effective when you put him in the middle of shit. So I tend to give him the Mark of Khorne. And then we have, is it Neroth? No. Neroth was the Chaos Lord in Space Marine. I full Mark of Khorne with him in campaign. Oh yeah, Mark of Khorne on Eliphas is stupid. It's brilliant. I have forgotten the name of the sorcerer. Nenrothi. Nemroth. Yeah, Nemroth. I wanted to code it here, but yeah. But yeah, Nemroth. I have full power. No, because again, I swear, Nemroth. I'm pulling the stupid, but yeah, the sorcerer is obviously the representative of Tzeentch, so yeah, we run with him. And then you get the Plague Champion, so you know there's your representative of Nurgle. So naturally, Khaine has to fulfill the Slanesh role. So I don't seem to remember if you can get a noise cannon, but if so, I tend to give it to Khaine and make a stick with him. That tends to be the way I run with him. I mean, to be fair, of all the 4 Chaos Gods, that are in the game rather. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a brain fart. Yeah, of all the 4 Chaos Gods, Slanesh is definitely the least combat-oriented one. So it's naturally he has the least to do with direct like aggression paths and the like. But you know, Slanesh is still fun to play with, and Champion Chaos introduce him to Warhammer 3. Yes, it's another thing I keep intending to do. But you know, to be fair, we'd be a lot further in the schedule, if you want to call it that, in the order of games that I wish to play. You know, but you know, unfortunately, Mrs. went in hospital, that took priority, yada yada yada. But you know, we're done now, so we're getting back into it. You know, Total Warhammer 3 is definitely another thing. We planned it for the 17th, which was yesterday. But now we want to get that campaign going, the multi-campaign, and I wouldn't mind to do a Total Warhammer 3 playthrough going, because I think I did a bit of Kislev, that was fun. I showed off my why is it left my brain? My Scarbrand playthrough. That was fun. showed off the end of the game with that because, you know, literally just too angry to. So angry we actually won the whole campaign and kicked the pit and, you know, kicked Bellicor and his sweet chrome nads. How dare Sash down there die? That's not ladylike. Now shut up. I just don't want to harp on it too much. As I say, Mrs. went into hospital for a week. That sucked. We eventually got her turned around. She's back currently upstairs, sleeping away, happy as Larry. And to be fair, this was her first full day back at home, and honestly, I've never seen someone so happy. So yeah, we're happy about that. But you know, that put a hiatus to the streams for a bit because, you know, again, wouldn't be one of mine if it was all fucking organised and it went to plan. There we go. That's the end of that. That's the longest part of the thing gone. So this time we're just gonna dart straight for this. There we go. But yeah. What's saying? Ah, yes. So, you know, I want to do some to Warhammer 3. That's definitely on the docket. Some Starship Troopers on the docket. No, it was definitely appreciated having someone who could sympathise because, you know, it's scary for a little while when you have that, when, you know, you're dealing with that sort of shit. But, you know, she's fine now. We finally got her turned around. She got the drugs that she needs. You know, we're all good. And, you know, must thank the Emperor for delivering her from the clutches of Nurgle and all that. So yes, as I say, we've got some Total Warhammer 3, some Starship Troopers. We've got to finish off the rest of Dawn of War. As I say, we've got Chaos Rising, and we've got Retribution to go. We're not going to play 3 because 3 never happened. Chaos Lord, you can build him into a bloody demoralised unit if you get to go the energy route. Yeah, if you go the energy route, you can literally just make it so that the enemy don't want to fight you, which is brilliant. But who the fuck does that? Because having Eliphas just go fucking nanas is always fun. Did we move? Oh, you didn't. You didn't move Thule.
Yes, of course.
Who has been unallowed to move.
Target sighted.
Attack ground. There is, but he can't use it. Firing through it does nothing. I'm so mad that Thule is just trapped. There's nothing we can do about it. It sucks. Apparently I can't destroy the fucking drop pod. Mad. But yeah, so we got quite a bit to do. I was having a look at my my library earlier to see what else we got, and yeah, there's plenty. We've got, as I said, I was going on about how I want to play some more Call of Duty by shooting the tentacle south. These are already destroyed, and I don't think you can remove the root entirely. We'll certainly try, ground pound, but I've been doing that the whole time. Not happening. I'll just pull this Marine back. I'm gonna lay down a debt charge here because it's the most destructive thing we have access to. My friend is an energy bitch, so he'll always get energy when do co-op, and the characters are melee in range. Yeah, back him off.
The fleet has arrived. Hold fast.
And what?
Yep. We have dropped a spread of relay beacons. Make your way to the closest one and
you should.
So we
I'm
getting readings
so yeah, your mum's definitely got a lot farther than Sash did. You know, definitely when I say I'm thankful for that, you know what I mean. Fucking dread brain.
It's not far. Entirely as ordered.
Fine, guess we're going forward what we've got then.
Direct our wrath at you.
He's just gonna live there now. Like I say, having someone who could sympathise with that shit is definitely appreciated. I must thank you for that. But yeah, I say I don't want to harp on it too much. But like I say, we got plenty of shit we can play, and then that's not even counting on new releases that are coming up, and plenty of them. So you know, for content we shall not want. And I started the Dawn of War train again because, you know, I very much was feeling like I was very much in a 40k mood, and you know, to a certain extent I still am. You know, but we've played all the way through Dawn of War 2 now. I think I've technically played it twice, but one and a half times because I then proceeded to play my own campaign alongside it because I was just having too much fun. I'll get over here. I certainly hope there's like a reset or something at some point so that I can just quickly push through. Keep shooting shit. I was out of Warhammer for a bit, I'm slowly getting back into it in a minute. Oh yeah. I always find that that's the way with Warhammer. Like, I'll go astray for a little while, but I'll always come back because Warhammer, at the end of the day, is still my favourite universe. I mean, I got the tattoo for Christ's sake, so bloody well better be. Now, I love basically every facet of it. I love collecting, I love painting, I love playing the tabletop, and I love the lore. I love all the additional little bits like the games and the books. And the only thing I don't do with 40k is subscribe to Warhammer Plus because fuck you. Know what I mean? You should. It's a shame too because it seems like they're starting to hit their stride with some of the shows and they're starting to work it out. But as we have previously discussed, a slice of life anime with Warhammer characters would definitely not go amiss. Dreadbrain. Game 2, he's nice and he's pretty strong too.
Beacon activated.
Coordinates received. Drop pods away.
And I hope there's like a position reset so it'll just bring Thule to the front just in case. We should, I guess, just don't have Thule come down later in the mission, just carry him in at the start and this won't happen. Thule is the one guy who can't pass through a drop pod. Like I say, I showed one of my friends the Dreadnought scene from the Blood Angels show they got going at the minute. They made Warhammer Plus 50% free. I might even pay money for it right now. No. Oh, no. I feel they're banking on themselves a little too hard because like they've got a whole ass streaming service and they're paying and they want us to pay full price for a whole ass streaming service, equal to the likes of Netflix and Disney Plus. I don't mind paying that much for Netflix and Disney Plus because Netflix and Disney Plus, even in Britain with a traditionally really shit catalogue is still really good. And especially because you know, Netflix have they definitely have a tendency with their own shows. Like you know, they very much they produce a lot of shit, but every so often Netflix will hit a banger. Like the Castlevania show is the Castlevania animation. That's really fucking good. I enjoy Dragon Blood, but that's because I like Dota and the lore behind it, what lore there is. I've heard Edge Runners, the new Cyberpunk anime, is fucking brilliant, and what little of it I've actually managed to watch up to now definitely reinforces that. So I look forward to finishing that. That's fucking great. The Witcher, which I believe was Netflix produced, yes it was. That was fucking brilliant. Don't know. And that, and you know, Netflix also have the catalogue of other bits that they also have. Yeah, so just the most placid firing line I've ever seen. But you know, a full streaming service just for Warhammer stuff. That's a bit steep. I'm going to be honest. I mean, you're asking a bit much there. Okay, so what we're going to do this time is actually stand away from the cunt. And when he does the whole poison thing, let's not run in like a jackass. Right. And let's actually do it properly. Get away. Like, we are eating through him fairly quickly. We just have to take him seriously. And melee out. Did we not get that off? There it is. Right, did the blind go off? It didn't, but we should have this. No, 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 no. Woo, that was close. I wasn't doing that shit twice.
We did
Apparently CDPR wanted to delete Rebecca, that lolly, from Edge Runner, but the animation show was like, we keep the lolly or the anime is not happening. So now they have a lolly. It's not even sexualized CDPR, just legit didn't want it because of the stigma. Based animation studio. Damn straight. Fucking didn't want the lolly. What bullshit.
Long ago, the Emperor foresaw humanity's need for warriors unlike any others.
Maximum, brother.
Warriors who could face the unbearable horror lurking among the stars. Who, on the day of certain defeat, would be victorious.
And their names were the Imperial Guard. The Space Marines are just set dressing. Like how sexualizing little girl is bad, but if it's just some little girl, what the fuck's wrong with it? No, innit? What bullshit, they just want an excuse not to waste money? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Banging. And it's just, oh, lolly, bad stigma, sexualized. Like, no, bollocks. No, 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 no.
Your deeds will never be forgotten.
I say, if it was sexualized, yeah, I'd see the issue with it. But it's not. It's just a lolly. Big, who cares? Like, I'm honestly of the opinion, like, just hating on an anime just for the sake of it is just pointless. Got 3 ads of Dota, fucking hell. Eey. I keep forgetting that, sir. Epic victory. I know, I'm just brilliant. I achieved Templar of Doom because I'm terrible. I achieved that on day 15 and it never moved. Wondering the maximum score you can get is Angel of Death, but it's really hard to get. But you gotta grind for ages beforehand. Huh? So I am the best. I have completed video game. Please heap upon me praise. Yes. Also have Chaos Rising, so you can import a previous save, which I shall do. We're not continuing with this. I'm just importing the save and getting it started. Yeah, no, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know. No, don't worry about it. Where's the bloody... just a minute.